ASB. Who else do we have? Liquid? Liquid didn't play anything. BBL haven't... Oh, BBL did play. We already know a lot about BBL and Ulf, though. So we don't really need to watch BBL or Ulf that much. Who else do we need? Pacific are our new team. It's impossible to watch them. Foot played. So I can watch Foot. I can watch Foot. I can watch Gentlemaids versus Navi. Heretics, we can watch it 10, but did they not have... They didn't have Rians. I can still watch that, though. So teams with no VODs are Team Liquid. The Pacific. That's it, right? I banned the Rage player. Isn't Rian's like their best player? Yeah, but like it doesn't matter. Like the reason I'm watching a VOD is not because I need to see what their best player is playing like. I need to see how they're playing. So a narrative for Team Liquid for sure is going to be, why didn't they play the off season? They didn't play off season last year either. Okay. Who is Pacific's team again? Is it Cupid's team, right? Oh, they haven't announced anything. Okay, cool. Alright, so Vitality are you gonna watch Americas or just the VODs after the game? I'm not gonna watch Prey, no. I'm not gonna watch Prey. Yeah, 100 Thieves did play off season. 100 Thieves played some off season. So for Corrode, if Vitality were playing the same comp consistently and doing quite well, they won all their games playing Yoru, Sova, Phoenix, Chamber, and then had to change between Omen and Astra depending on the bans. it looks like Astra was their preference, but I don't know if that's because of the bans. I'm hoping Astra is the preference, really, but we'll have to see. Lots of defense rounds. And then they won so much on defense, they didn't really have to look at attack too much most of the time. And then on Navi's side... Not Navi, fucking KC's side. Let's see what they're doing. They'd only played it once, and they played Tejo Wele. I'm seeing the theme for them that they're liking the idea of Tejo and Wele together. Like double initiator, no flash almost, and then Omen Astra. I'm not the biggest fan of what's happening here, but it's interesting at the very least. I just don't love double orb smokes. I don't really think Omen is very good anymore, but I have to see. Right, anyway. Map 3. Epic Pen, are you ready? If I'm good, I'm able to do... Wait, why is it not working? What? Why can't I draw? What the fuck?
The last 2 times they were on towards this map aren't necessarily of the caliber of KC.
So I'm mostly gonna watch Vitality, to be honest with you, here. Actually, no, we need to split it up a little bit. Okay. So we're gonna see this smoke. This star is obviously a no-brainer. Very passive stars on the first round, but it's because Prophet keeps buying. He prioritizes Ghost, so he's not got many stars to work with. What I'm looking for immediately with Astra is like how many stars are we gonna put in interesting positions deep on the map. Like I want to see some stars deep on the map. I don't want to see stars here and here at the start of every round. I want to see them a bit further up. I want to see them here. So in the later rounds, I want to see some interesting stars going on. Because obviously Asher can fight forward, and I want to see, you know, that conditioning and option available. Because if you don't throw a star deep every round somewhere interesting, then once you do throw a star deep to go fight, then it's really obvious you're fighting, right?
In regards to coming in towards these 3 maps with the blended system and the agent bans.
Immediate TP. So I like this, like info on A main. Phoenix fighting around this space makes sense. The flashes around all these corners are pretty good. He can even rotate middle quite easily because he can wall himself. Like he could just throw a wall and then rotate quite nicely. Mollies are all pretty good for these corners. Where's the chamber TP going? He was putting it here, but they're kind of playing retake B. It's interesting that Prophet's going heaven. I would prefer him to sit here and then contains this angle. Like on B, like the biggest weakness, like the biggest thing you're trying to stop is the team getting sight and then pushing into elbow. Like you need to prevent this elbow push a lot of the time. So by him playing up here, they must have a plan. They gotta have some kind of plan to deal with that. Like you usually see a Viper playing here, and then just fall back to here, you know. Though he's gone for a sight play. Wait, that's weird. He's put a star here on the left.
Series start of map 3 really is the business end of things now though. Levin jumping into the heart of the site, has to run
That
it
was
back
strange hold.
into cover. Yampi wait. 11 jump start of map 3.
So almost trusting the fact that the trip's gonna do all the damage here. And then this grav well is gonna take this. So like there is no way for them to get through either side.
Really is the business
It's
end
very
of things now though. Levin jumping into the heart of the site, has to run it back into cover. Yampi waiting.
yeah, a little bit strange.
Has to
Phoenix is there quick enough to get a molly off as well.
of map 3.
Kind of risky here, but
Really is the business end of things now though. Levin jumping into the heart of the site, has to run it back
there's just 4 people here already.
into cover. Yampi waiting. Dink no frag. Sayonara catches one. Burning is Aves. Levin another. And Vitality still with space here in the heart of the site. And Dirk are able to swing off the back of Chronicle's kill to get to low HP.
So rushing B against this comp is probably a pretty good idea. They don't have the best anchor agents for B site, but at the same time, they gotta be careful of 4 people basically being there, you know. Yeah, Sogamas does know.
What
Hey,
is that
emoji.
coming in from that Yoru player onto us that retake? From Deka coming through. So you talk about impactless in the first map. Look at him here, already starting it off closing out the.
So like already see like we've got double orb smoke, but what has our double orb smokes done this round? Like we haven't even smoked anything on middle to like create pressure. We've not created any pressure with that double orb smoke at all. And so where are our smokes? We put a smoke here with an immediate stun to dash into. Kind of a cool idea. The micro there is kind of cool. A smoke with a stun so you can jump into it. But essentially only 2 smokes being used. So there's still 2 more smokes left. Like we got an inhumane amount of smokes left over.
So how dominant maps could be when
Hello, hoverboard. Who is IGLing in KC? Shados.
coming into this, but again, it's just that pistol. So how dominant maps could be when teams picked up both.
See, KC still attempting this.
Unless it was smoke to kind of just try and close gap with the low the low guns, but nothing's really gonna happen. Honestly, I would have preferred just trying to focus on the orbs here, maybe on the eco, trying to get some orbs. Try and deny the Phoenix maybe. I mean, they didn't really fight for orbs anyway, but it's not the best map for Phoenix orb grabbing on defense. On attack, I expect Vitality to just go B main everywhere and get a Phoenix orb.
From Durka between map 1 and 2, that's also something, maybe the drop off personally from the map 1 and 2 of the KC players, hoping now coming towards this 3rd and final map they're able to find their form yet again.
So we're not seeing any aggressive stars at all.
Now with rifles back,
we are just seeing what I said before, like the very straight line of. It'd be nice to see something interesting deep.
To handle the bonus buy of Vitality, which looking at it, there's an operator in the mix, 2 Guardians and 2 Bulldogs. It's not necessarily a conventional bonus buy. Heavy investments in towards this operator, knowing how impactful it can be.
Even if it's just like a dissipate star, if it's a star here, that could be a stun, or a dissipate for Dirk to like go behind it and peek down.
Towards this defense. It's allowed them to put a lot of focus.
I feel like with Euro and Chamber, you want some dissipate stars to get them into like deeper angles, like here and here. Probably are kind of cool stars.
It's on towards mid.
Durka won't be spotted, but gunshots heard at the mouth of B main.
Portal closed.
Hey, Mari.
Chronicle nearly spotted.
Did you see the post in Discord, Mari, about channel emotes and stuff? If you got any ideas, let me know. I don't know what there might be some easy win emotes that everyone just has that people should have. I don't know. But the funny ones are funny.
All very quiet with a minute to go. You can see Vitality getting impatient.
Yellow card, red card. That's pretty good.
First kill coming out from DOS. 9, 11 finds 2. Profek holds on, so it's not all bad for Vitality.
Yellow card, red card.
Try and clamber back from.
And for the side of KC, they initially leave.
But a 2 finds 2 towards B main. They smell blood in the water. First kill coming.
So even here, like if they put a star here right now, they could just stun or dissipate to. They could stun to fight, or they could dissipate to creep out without Levin just getting the advantage here.
First kill coming out from DOS. 9, 11 finds 2. Profek holds on, so it's not all bad for Vitality, but a 2-on-4 to try and climb back from.
Like extremity, proactivity, and reactivity, I think is really big on this map, and Astra can facilitate that.
And that's the way they want to end. It's a group up of 4. A lot of pressure on towards Profek.
Needs to step up huge. Time is of the essence for KC as
So
well.
not an emote for spamming the desk. I mean, I think it's more like stuff. The molding clip. I'll get a molding one. I don't know if it should be that one or the fist.
But they know that he's here. They know that he's standing strong. Profek who finds 3. Sugetsu now left it.
Has to retake with an operator as well. So for Sugetsu, being able to reposition, keep Chronicle guessing is the name of the game here. You can't necessarily post up on our angle. You can see he's retaking in with that headhunter in hand.
Time burning. Second by second, Chronicle knows his position has to be revealed. It's a tap to half, or at least an attempt of it, but pulled away. Now made vulnerable, expecting Sugetsu to be playing from main. Another tap of the spike, but Sugetsu, class being shown in the clutch, one-on-one. Will the pin through.
That's a good clutch.
Planted for main, planted for heaven. Chronicle.
Yeah, we're still not seeing any deep stars.
Unsuspecting of the reposition. This time.
Chamber, if they're prowling B main a lot, I feel like the chamber aggressive angle. Just, you saw it in my ranked games if you're watching. Just kind of shit. So they see heavy aggression on B main and then decide to drone out for Durka, but realistically, it's only a couple people here, so it's a bit of a risky drone. Durka's using an Odin.
Right at the end, you can see Durka giving it the pre-fire around the corner, through it, I should say. Jump spot towards middle for Sayonara. It's very passive right now for Vitality, not really offering up too much. Just doing the bare minimum to force KC back.
I mean, KC sure are able to field themselves weapons into towards this, but it's at a cost. Some players don't.
Oh, nice recon. What's that recon for?
It's a similar conversation.
I like that recon. You do that recon with an Odin here? That's kind of sick. Because, like, you could obviously recon this from, like, here. But, like, the fact that it's so close range means that it's much more likely to land and not be shot. Because, like, you don't get the time to react to it.
And you can see the move being made towards A. Yampy caught in the corner.
I mean, the Odin in this position is kind of sick.
Oh my gosh.
Yampy? Yampy?
KC now left in the 2-on-2, and the spike retrieved on the edge of the
Yeah, Odin, playing Odin here is kind of legit, right? Spamming this wall, and all the walls here, like, I know they've, like, reinforced some of these walls, but I think there's still walls around here that they could spam, right?
Profek moves through. It's all a game of timings. He's so quick, and it's a tap, not a stick, which buys Profek more seconds, creeping in closer and closer.
Line up emote?
No overcommittal.
Maybe.
As Shados joins forces, Chronicle does the same. Both players on the angle. So
he does sure but
you and as you say, you don't really want to see it, but if Yampy finds that kill, it really
Maybe
is a
wanna play
different
ranked.
story. And some newly found momentum. That kill, definitely. And you, as you say, you don't really want to see.
See now, like you see, like immediately now they put a deep star. To me, that's like, well, they're gonna fight us, amen. Get ready to go, B-boys.
Vitality round.
Definitely, and you, as you say, you don't really want to see it. But if Yampy finds that kill, it really is a different story. And some newly
Like these
found
guys are being kind of noobs. Like Dawson9 should not be TPing into a spot where they've started for the first time in the game.
momentum from this KC side. Overcommitting is Avid. Scoop up the damage and the leftovers.
Like if I was VOD reviewing that, I'd be very annoyed. If I was the coach of KC there, I'd be very annoyed, you know.
Instead, he finds nothing. B site more or less vacant. Levin tip the scales back left. Astral divide of their own now being deployed from KC. Clicks. Sayonara finds two. It's ridiculous. Molly drawing him back. Flashbang through.
That's so stupid.
Has to stick the plant. Looking for a way in. But the flank coming.
That's a very dumb round.
To neutralize.
It's rounds like that make me a bit worried for KC.
Vitality do it in the cheapest way possible.
It's the final fight on towards main. This is a replay from a different round. That did not happen, guys. Don't worry, you didn't miss the round.
We didn't see it twice, don't
No.
worry. Good. I mean,
Two weapons over, which was not even the wave for them back into the round, but it was definitely something to keep in mind. Chronicle with the operator back out. Early aggression in towards mid. Nightfall invested, but to no avail. Quick, clean, and out to safety.
early advantage. Prophet makes it another.
To early something to keep in mind. Chronicle with the operator back out. Early aggression in towards mid. Keep in mind. Chronicle with the operator back out. Early aggression in towards mid. Nightfall invested, but to no avail. Quick, clean, and out to safety.
Chronicle ooping interesting. I think he was like, I think he could definitely get good with the operator. But I think he was one of the I think he I never really saw him oop much in Fnatic, and I don't think he was like, it was like both Durka and Alpha were proficient with the oop and Boaster like to oop. So like maybe he's better than I think, but in my head I was like he just wasn't as good as those three at the time. But if he's playing Chamber, like he's gonna get good with it.
Early advantage. Prophet makes it another.
They don't clear Durka. Well,
They do, but it's half checked. And unsuspecting, DOS9 walks into it. Concussion leaves Durka out of the fight, and Shados able to recover, but it's a 2-on-4 yet again. You can see the util pretty strong. As Sugetsu gets another 2-on-3.
Another interesting thing for me is Vitality. How are they going to be playing with Unfake? Unfake doesn't play Sayo's role.
Here for the Carmine Corp side.
But it's kind of scary though. It's a player on 1 HP and you still have
They can't be putting Unfake on Phoenix, surely.
hands, even with the ultimate out as well to support.
Run it back. If it's not going to be damage, it's going to be info. Leaping into action. Careful.
Last player standing.
Nearly. Sugetsu now alone. 1-on-3. Hits the first. And gets into cover. Picks up a Vandal as well. The flank though from Chronicle. One body shot enough. Vitality find a 4.
Couple of ultimates used, but to the side of Vitality, you're looking
Flick
at the
raid.
fact that
Hey,
they
Flickless.
convert the
How you doing, bro?
being able to not or disallow KC's way back in on towards the lower buy, because it's what we were seeing. Vitality, the way they were able to get back in towards that, the way
Oh, it's
they
a
were
chicken nugget.
able to get back
I'll
in
be
towards
honest,
it was off
that
the
emote
back,
looks
so
a little bit like me.
definitely a positive scene. Maybe not necessarily the cleanest round.
It's a tiny bit gingery.
Being able to convert
Nice,
and looking towards the future.
obvious.
It's a nice shot. It is a really nice shot to get to, but too many bodies in too many different places. 4-2. Vitality. Confident and
Sorry, I mean him. I'll see you in a bit, Flickers. Thank you, bro. Good luck in scrims. Preds for NA today. One sec. Envy. Oh God. I'll be honest. I'm surprised this is kind of... It's not a heavy favorite, but it's like a quite strong favorite towards Cloud9 in the odds. It feels weird that that is the odds when I'm looking at players like Luxio, Benkada, Kawanzin. I feel like I would go C9 here, but I don't know. It's just... I don't know, man. Come on. My boy Imi can't be... It can't be another year of Imi getting shit. I want to see my boy doing well. Pekka's not who he was a couple of years ago. Let me just stat check you. Holding. Okay, you might be right. Holding. Oh, I don't know. Stage 1, this guy was frying. This guy was frying in stage 1. Stage 2, let's not talk about it. Stage 1, ooh. Ooh. I don't know. That's potential.
4-2. Vitality. Confident and Prophet. I mean, he's always there to help Chronicle. Early peak.
Who's coaching? Nine-Z coach. I don't really know much about him.
Chamber just holds the angle, the rest is history. Their dash over the top unsuccessful.
Okay, right, let's go back. Kind of low buy round.
Vitality.
Instant dash.
I mean,
Chronicle hasn't found much here, but he is baiting you to... Like, it'd be interesting to see long term if Cron's just like, well, fuck it, I don't want to play BMM very much. He's had to immediately TP almost every time. It might be more of a wait, refight angle. Have Yori with him, flash, re-peek, Yori TP.
Get towards A rather than pick up the pieces on B. This one.
Yampi's droning from the middle of A main. He needs to get smoked on his head right now. Smoke me! Oh, he just pushed A main and he's lucky. He's very lucky there's not just like 2 or 3 people here right now.
Okay, nice shot, Shados. Ultimate reveals Durka's position and he can't find anything either. It might be Vitality's turn to falter. KC, numbers and the spike down.
But look how far back they're playing because of the ultimates that they have available, because of the utility. First is the pole, second is the annihilation. Sure, you lose a couple because of the utility. First is the pole, second
The pole. I think it's winter. I thought she said the pole.
It's a 2-on-2
It's the pool.
You are right, there was utility, but now there is none. The Vitality have an option to try and go for this round.
Robbie leaders didn't work last year. It was a strange... Yeah, I don't really know what they were trying to go for, to be honest with you. I think they were just desperate to find a European, like a, not a European, but like a Western coach that wasn't Brazilian. Like a foreign coach, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm pretty sure they DM'd me. It seemed like they were just adamant of, yeah, getting like a foreign coach.
From the Astro, keeping it back around, wrap around through mid. KC at least keeping this.
I kind of want to know what happened with Robbie as well. Like, what was going on with Gentleman's and shit? I don't know.
2 maps, at least on the first half. Only 1 round separating them.
My eyes goes a lad if he did. I felt like, I don't know. I think I could win the Brazilians over, you know? Like, I think the Brazilians are there to be won over. Like, I get... The problem with the only issue I have with them is that, like... There were a few times where I didn't say anything mean about Loud, but I just said something like, oh, we just didn't play very well today, like, kind of thing. And then they interpret it as me flaming Loud. And, like... And then they all started calling me a bum. And I'm just like... Guys, come on. It's almost like it's almost like, you know, like very protective of your own people, you know? Like, I'm one of those people where, like, when I'm watching, you know, I can be biased, but, like, I feel like I'm not gonna protect my people in the same way. Like, it's almost like I find it kind of fun to poke fun at the people that I'm friends with or close to, you know what I mean? Whereas, like, I don't know, the kind of nationalistic fan bases seem very intense about everything sometimes. And that can be really good, but it also is like, it also makes things a little bit irrational sometimes, you know?
Thing is, you can look at how worried they are. You even have Prophet trekking in towards
It's never about the truth. It sometimes it becomes not about the truth of the matter. It becomes like, did you insult my people? And when I say my people, like, you know, my fan base or whatever. The person playing for my team. Which makes things unfun sometimes. But...
KC have to make a decision, go hunting for frags or try and play the objective, and either one they're ready for.
Especially when it comes to the serious stuff. What happened with... Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to bother opening the can of worms with GCC, but...
Sticking it down. Recon dart to go out. It takes the eyes of Aves away. Out from the heavens comes Profek. Levin needs an ace in this round. Already 3. Tagged up a lot. Blinded, but finds the shot.
Which pro has the highest ego? That's a good question. Let me just watch this back quickly, sorry. Sorry. So again, they're just A main info. There's an Omen ult, so that's why Astra's back here, I think, getting ready to search for it. And then Chronicle is now playing just passive angles because he's like, well, there's no point. I'm getting fucked on B main. Let me just play something passive. And if they waylay ult, I'll go for a pick and dip it out.
On the first half.
But it does make for exciting entertainment. Oh, actually,
yeah, KC's approach seems to be very, like, the way I would describe it right now is, it's not just for Corrode. On the maps I've seen, it seems extremity focused. Although on Split, they were trying middle a lot. But generally speaking, I think we're going to end up seeing extremity focus with, like, fake one side, go the other side kind of stuff. It's very set, scripted. It feels, it's not really multi-layered defaulting. But I think that works in this meta if you're good at it. Because you don't have... Well, I mean, they do have the utility to default, though. They do have enough utility. They are playing a comp that has utility to default, but they're not really defaulting.
Prophet trekking in towards spawn, but it's the ult out in towards site. Chronicle TPing back to safety.
Gotta be careful.
Nice ult from Yampi.
Yampi hits one. Shados removed. A second.
I'm not sure why Durka is Odining, I'll be honest with you.
More souls is the vitality defense. As Levin tries to bring balance for KC. The spike still needs to...
I think the Odin is broken, and someone on the team should be Odining, but it's probably not the Yoru player. It's not as bad as you may suspect, I think, on Yoru, but I think it's a bit of a waste of his talent. Yeah, I mean, it should just be Yampi, yeah.
KC just have to commit now. Levin sticking it down. Recon dart to go out. It takes the eyes of Aves away. Out from the heavens comes Profek. Levin needs an ace in this round. Already 3. Tagged up a lot.
Sayo keeps doing shit that makes me scared. Sometimes.
the side of
One sec.
Vitality. Doesn't matter how close it is, it just matters that it's a round on the board. KC again down to the lower buy. And weapons.
What do I think G2? I think they call it photograph. So this when you recon and flash. This comp has a lot of photograph options because you got the Phoenix flashes, Euro flashes, and then obviously the recon. So I was expecting to see like a photograph,
Still available for Vitality.
but he just runs through dry. But
Wow, great start, Sayonara. In and out.
I was hoped to see like a dissipate there so he could go through the smoke, but apparently you could just run through smokes and get kills.
Coming Corp able to trade numbers and leave things level. 4 on 4 as the recon bolt sent out. KC with a couple of players wounded. Astral Divide now deployed.
Do you think Yampi has what it takes to IGL Kron and Durko and Sayo? What do you mean? Like, you're implying that it's difficult to IGL good players. Isn't it the opposite way around? Is Dalsnine playing with 100 ping? I don't know. I presumed he was in Berlin, but maybe.
They don't have the numbers.
Where's Dalsnine
They
from?
have the weapons, so they want to find benefit in the space. Inside the smoke, on the edge, to get to
Is he Kazakh? Or have I completely lost the plot? Oh, okay, yeah, he is Kazakh.
TP's out, Aves removed, and it's all on one. Sayonara able to trade as Yampi falls, and Vitality piling hill as this ends out. Looks to take pace towards.
I can see a nice fake with this kind of Astro. You could definitely like use it to go through middle.
It's Chronicle that fights ahead of it, and he'll find one. Gets away out of his troubles. Got to be careful here because there are bodies piling in. And he was seconds away from losing his.
I don't think it's the best Astro though. It's not really helped them with much. Isn't like that better?
They don't have the numbers, and they don't necessarily have the weapons, so they want to find benefit in the space.
Here to fight for your rights.
On the edge to get
Oh, yeah, KC is signing Saul Goodman. I like Saul Goodman a lot, TV show. I know Dirk is a fan too.
TP's out, Aves removed, and it's all on one. Sayonara able
one TP.
Go on.
Yeah,
Ooh. This guy. He's a sniper player.
Thankfully, with them getting the double kills and double.
Oh, one round would put them in a spot, no matter what, leading into that second half. For KC.
The TLDR of the offseason so far for me is that teams that have played Chamber have fucking fried. Like, KC have not lost this map. Vitality have not lost this map and looks very dominant on it. And PaperX look dominant on Haven with playing Chamber. I know there's like very small sample and bias or whatever, but like I still think like I'm a big proponent of a lot of these teams playing Chamber. If I were to watch traditional Sentinels, just at least play some non-traditional Sentinels for me. Just make like the Sentinel role to me is the most open it's been ever. And if I see a bunch of Cypher Killjoy being played, I will lose my shit.
KC do want to go in towards Ace, double ult invested.
It's quick as well. They know they've got their backs against the wall, need more. As a flash goes forward,
I do think Slicky was I think 2023 was probably a bad year for Chamber. 2020 no 23-24 I think was a bad we're not great years for Chamber. I can't remember when the initiator nerfs really happened and like the nerfs to Sentis happened. But like it's the relative power of an agent is obviously dependent on the relative power of it's relative, right? It's the other power of other agents. So I'd have to look and see when we were probably wrong about stuff. But like I think that Chamber probably should have got more play. last year, but at the same time, Vice was strong, and I didn't mind the idea of just putting Vice on a bunch of maps. But then maybe you should have played Vice and Chamber a lot more, probably. I'm usually not a big Phoenix fan. Like, I think it's a little bit weird, but I think that in this meta it's a bit more reasonable.
Sure, they haven't necessarily got the spike down, but you know, side of Vitality,
It's not being relatively speaking, it's probably the strongest I think it's the strongest it's ever been.
It's a waiting game, putting the pressure on towards KC. They are the ones that need to get the spike down. They need the
Like that Phoenix Wall buff happened what, like last year, and then all the duelists got nerfed. The initiators all got nerfed, apart from agents like Phoenix.
On a swivel, but unfortunately, it's a quadra for Sayonara.
A fantastic round from him.
Your Chamber Viper Astral Recon. Yeah, very much.
Straight in the face of Carmine Corp. Can't do anything about him. Flashes are perfect.
I don't think most teams would be very good at running that comp though. I think Euro Chamber Viper Astral Recon is a slightly. It's a you have to think about the game kind of comp a bit more, I think.
I mean,
like you do have to problem solve a little bit harder. You don't just like run at people, you know. And then people who play double duelist don't love playing chamber a lot of the time, I think, because they find it unbalanced, because it's like you're basically have no anchor agents at that point. No, it's not EMEA. This is just off season. Yeah, Kron's got no value on B main this game, really. Which isn't really his fault, it just seems like a hard position to play. I mean, I guess he got value here because Prophet just re-clears the smoke, which is kind of like, again, kind of good.
This is the dynamic duo over towards B. We saw it time and time again, whether it was being jumped on by a waylay or just taking advantage of the missed position.
It could be Sayonara's chance.
I mean, have smoke there, not a suck. Yeah, that needs to be a smoke. The fuck is... Can you hear that? My downstairs neighbor's now playing classical music. Pretty sure he's a drug dealer. There's no way he's into classical music. The finessed drug dealer? Chill, bro. I can't... What do you mean chill? Like, it's... Bro, it's loud as fuck, man.
What a hero.
Yeah.
What a hero.
It's pretty nice, to be honest with you. I don't hate it. But he's kind of... I can hear he's sick. He just went... You know?
Sayonara. If there was ever a time to step up, it would be now. Vitality trying to beat them.
After this game, I'd be like... If I'm Kron, I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm not being the bait on B-main anymore.
Have a player on the flank. It's the easy.
A hero. Sayonara. If there was ever a time to step up, it would be now. Vitality trying to beat them.
I mean, later into this half, Yampi's got too much value here, I think. I don't think this comp should be losing a B main fight.
If there was ever a time to step up, it would be now. Vitality trying to beat them.
They just didn't clear a corner. They paranoid all of them. The paranoia hit them all. We're going to see 2 Smokes and Viper or Hybrid as a meta and be comp VCT. If I see 2 Orb Smokes and a Viper, if I see that comp happening, I'm leaving Valorant forever. And I'm going to maybe start streaming Counter-Strike. Because at that point, I'd rather just watch Counter-Strike. Because that means that 2 orb smokes and a Viper. Basically, for some reason, we need 20 smokes on the map. Like, I already think that, like, you don't need 2 orb smokers. If you need 3 smokers, then you've lost. Do you think Sagetsu is better on smokes or Senti? I think he's equally proficient, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be playing him in this way. But like the traditional Senti role is kind of fucked. And Sagetsu is a traditional Sentinel.
Now on towards the attack. I'm excited.
CS2 does not have too many smokes. No. What do I think of Vitality's lineup this year? I think it's very good. It's trophy-winning caliber on paper.
A fantastic map 3. This place home presenting everyone, right? Like he was all over the place, different names, different banners that he was representing. And Vitality probably want him to call this place home. A fantastic map 3. Dash forward, Shados, very nice shot. Chronicle caught out. Recon picking up some information as the aggression towards A continues. You can see that Vitality able to claim some space here in on A. The problem is the spike is disconnected. Prophet removed. Sayonara here in on A. The problem is
wasn't it really obvious that like these 2 players need to make the play right now? Like these 2 players can't be making the play. You know that they're gonna be. I think. Actually, I don't know. Maybe they think because of the smoke, it makes they really. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to shut. This smoke, Vitality probably think that it feels like to KC that they just re-wrapped A. But I would want these 2 players to be ready to go through together, and these 2 players ready to go through together.
Able to claim some space here in on A. The problem is the spike is disconnected. Prophet removed. Sayonara.
Don't they smoke much more CS2, or does it affect differently? There are more smokes in Counter-Strike, but the maps are designed differently, and you have less util in general. So smokes become smokes are essentially a way of using initiator utility. Like, if that makes sense. Like, you don't have as much util, so smokes are just one of the pieces of util that you need more of.
Collecting a kill on towards the low HP players, but for the side of KC,
with the amount of util in this game, you don't need 3 smokers. And then the maps are different in this game. The maps in this game, I think, are far more easy to scale on. In CS, there's a lot more maps where, like, try and play Nuke without 5 smokes. It's like a good luck to you.
The situation gets hairy now for KC. Durka moves into cover. Yampi low. Yoru swings wide. Sugetsu gets both.
Initiator, smoker, omen. I don't know what you're trying to say. If Astra is the most initiator focused smoker, if that makes sense.
But then being able to put the pressure on the remainders. Looking forward, see the investment being able to, of the credits. You don't necessarily want to invest in towards this. Want to keep as much of the credits focused on towards.
What's your feeling about Vitality's last year? I think that they built the team quite poorly, and then there was never
the bonuses that they've had.
There was never like I don't know.
Understandable from Vitality.
It didn't feel like a team, if that makes sense.
Spam comes out. You can see that a couple of shots land. Sayonara tagged up.
Locating targets.
Only for about a quarter of his health, so not the most impactful, but now the utility giving more information away. Prophet's got to be careful. He's forced out, but something that can't be punished. Instead, it's Chronicle that finds himself in the crosshair of Avez's Bulldog. Stun. There's a spike going down here. Fair play. Yampi just sticking it. He doesn't really care if he's going to eat damage. He does.
To go aggressive or being able
I've not really been watching defense. That's knocking on a bit. Would you be VOD reviewing during VCT like last season? I'm going to be streaming a lot more this year than last year. So yes.
This one, round's already started. And it's early aggression in towards B main.
Levin just diving into action, able to get away. Chronicle trying to punish, not just for one, but for both. DOS9 able to help out the Guardian.
And it's early aggression in towards B main.
Levin just diving into action.
And it's early aggression in towards B main.
Levin just diving into
So look at Paranoia. You see what I mean? Like, Paranoia is an ability. Look at it. So this guy next to him... Oh, he just TP'd away, actually. The Paranoia misses Chamber, gets the Euro, but he just TP's out. But if Durka didn't TP out, he would have killed him. Durka would have killed him. Hey, Bo.
able to help out the Guardian. But Vitality know that as long as 4 stay alive here, they can play a numbers game. KC possible to
Definitely focus Vitality. This one, round's already started. And it's early aggression. Towards B main.
Levin just
This. Chamber trip placed outside B. I like the... So it's a 3-1-1 default. We have Astro Star here and here, smoke, and then this is conditioning for later on when we want to stun. If they fight a main, and dissipate maybe if we want to cross. The B main star here, I think obviously dissipate to try and cross. I wouldn't mind the star being here, but I think that's preference, I don't know.
diving into action, able to get away. Chronicle trying to punish, not just for one, but for both. DOS9 able to help out the Guardian. Tags up.
The only thing is Phoenix. Okay, so I thought it'd be much more Phoenix just grabbing this orb every round, but
And so definitely focus on towards this one. Round's already started. And it's early aggression in towards B main.
Levin just diving into action, able to get away. Chronicle trying to punish. Help out. 4 stay alive here.
These trays are on point. They don't necessarily have the numbers or the HP when you're looking towards shuffle of KC's defense still with the Omen over towards main. It's the double up on towards A. KC's defense.
nice little whiff smoke.
With the Omen over towards main. It's the double up on towards A.
I was going to say, they're still playing with confidence here, KC. Still wanting that information towards B. They're playing.
So that Prowler makes obviously KC feel like it's free. They're 3v4, so they got to take a risk. They get to just push his space, but he's gonna run into 3 people.
Walk into it, but to get to Eidos, how good your multi kills towards A? Gets the first, but
Yeah,
gets
okay.
set up. Sayonara holds him back, and it is all on DOS9. 1 on 3.
I know it's like really small, but I was thinking about this with the Astra ult. When I said Astra ult here, because I think some people be tempted to do a weird Astra ult where you just like secure a plant, but I think it gives too much space, and then they can just run through on you. And I think that's the same with this wall a little bit. I think it's really micro, but I think Saya should be throwing it a bit more deep.
Plenty of time for Vitality to get.
Because, like, no one can cover if someone runs through here, right? I know it's just like a 1v4 or whatever, it doesn't really matter, but...
Get that spike down, get set up, do what they need to do. Angle goes half checked and Prophet to penalise. Vitality double digits, now 5 ahead of
Hey,
the
Optic.
KC.
Do you think Saya will perform at Vitality?
Double kill.
He should do. There's some rounds where I get a bit worried, where he looks a bit unconfident, but...
Now in towards this round.
I think once he gets into the rhythm of it, he should be good.
That opens it up this time. No more double information. DOS9 knew they weren't proceeding towards B. But KC wanted to explore A. Now in towards this round. Down for the count. It was actually 11. Explore A. Now in towards this round.
was gonna say, when I thought about this earlier, I think in practice this chamber TP is kind of nice. Like it feels nice to, like, you know, be able to get to this corner and hide. But in practice, I think the angles are a bit like, I don't know. It feels very isolated for me. So it's not surprising to me that Kron's died a couple of times here. But
That opens it up this time. No more double entries from Chronicle.
what map are we on? Crowd. I mean, post barrier, I think this is better, but you have to place it post barrier, which is a problem because they can hear it. But I don't know, because you can play more just like chill and then scale up when you want to. I don't know.
Yeah, so
We'll see. Something when I saw Chronicle do this pistol run, I remember thinking it looks nice, but something feels wrong about the angle.
another risk, especially when KC didn't go off, and he wasn't the one that shot it, meaning that they could not have known that he was there. Shot dot, and it's prolonged in middle as well. 11 on the other side. The shot dot doesn't go off, and he wasn't the one that shot it, meaning that they could not have known that he was there. He would have been out for
What's he
safety
doing?
And Sayonara falls to the same hands as his teammate in Chronicle.
I quite like this. So, in reaction to Vitality taking middle, they've lost control. Drone instantly into A main proactivity. Like it's nice. The only thing is like Avis is like drone so quickly that his teammates. It's almost like me in ranked when I drone and my fucking teammates. I then have to entry off my own drone. Like they're not really. Yeah. Saul Goodman is too worried about the flank. And then Levin's 100 miles away, going by himself. And it's not like his fault, but I don't think like it's a nice idea what they've done, but I also think in a 3v5 it's unnecessary. It's a bit desperate. I think honestly, one person just rotates and then this drone, like Teo can play here, spotting here, Omen can spot here, and then after a few seconds, then drone A main, because you know there's people here right now.
In Chronicle, 50 seconds left, 5 on 3. Prophet slips the net, gets one and a bit of a
Fundamentally, though, the idea of like aggression is a good idea, especially when you have fucking Teo and Fade, I guess. The B site hold is weird. When you're playing a spot like this, I like the star to be a bit closer, so that when you smoke, it bleeds, and you can play and dance around the smoke a little bit. Like Sagetsu's playing it with a very like a deep smoke that means that there's no support at all from his smoke.
Up in towards B, but still there's two players here. Sugetsu being one of them, and Shados the other.
Gotta hurry up. Get into sight. There wasn't enough for the team away from his teammate of a lurker and a pain in the side of KC in the post plant. Instead, the gap is reduced to 4. And I said it was last chance saloon, the exact quote for KC, but now they're creating an argument for themselves. This second half has been.
Thank you, Optic. Yeah, I'm gonna be analyst desk again. I think I'm there for the first 3 weeks of kickoff. So I think I'm gonna miss the elimination games, but not elimination, but like the qualifying games, which is unfortunate. But I guess I'll be VOD reviewing those games a bit closer.
Makes sense that if it was a timeout, but I would have still behind and
double of a long.
Early damage done to Getsu.
Yeah, KC are just like extremity pilled, it feels like on defense.
Early
Like so much so that they're like playing 1-1-3, 3-1-1 a lot. And they don't have a Yoru to like doing this is quite fun with the Yoru because you can do a heavy side and then, you know, balance the defense a little bit. But with Wele, they're now like 50 seconds away from B.
To get to. Forced into the corner, Durka wants to move in, and you can understand so. He knows that the Astra
Sagetsu's played that quite
corner,
poorly.
Durka wants to move in, and you can understand so.
I don't really understand why he's
That the Astra the corner. Early damage done to get to.
he has no reaction star either as well. It's a bit strange. I thought that like oh, he does have reaction stars. He has 2 reaction stars and then this star. If they're so extremity focused as well, I thought they would have again like deeper stars placed to like help with the fights, you know, like. But they don't.
Early damage done to get to.
I thought he'd have like at this point being pushed off and known. Like I thought he'd have like a cool star here or something to do something with. But
Forced into the corner, Durka wants to move in, and you can understand so. He knows that.
oh, he was pushing. He was putting something down. What was he putting down?
Understand so. He knows
I don't know.
Astra stuck in the corner, but it's not first blood. And it's low. Both doesn't find the kills. This is information fed to his friends on site. They need to be careful for what's behind them.
Like, there's too much control.
Looking towards Shados, it's the third piece of this puzzle. Sure, 2 have been spotted out towards main. But
This
it's
is
Vitality
unlosable from
looking
Vitality.
towards Sayonara to keep this player out of the mix.
The time is dwindling. Vitality know that KC have to make a move, and it's a game of patience. Who bites first? DOS9 getting on the spike, pulled to half, but enough. Talent all the time.
Staff of sure, you might miss there. Something that you've got that is aware of, but for the side of Vitality, you're thanking your lucky stocks.
Yeah, so they just have like a 3-man hit squad. It feels like every round. KC
Up on towards 11,
on their defense.
into this round, full by the last one.
It's kind of cool that they done the smoke a little bit to the left, which means that you can't have that asshole looking at your rotation here. It does mean they can still peek over the smoke this side, I think, and see things, I guess. I don't think that's as annoying as this side. I'd have to check, but...
It was awful. There were stingers, there was a couple of pistols in the mix, and now in towards this one, full by 4 ultimates as well. On towards the attack, you're looking at your double duelist to do a lot of the heavy lifting in this round per se with those ultimates. But again, KC want to stay proactive. You have Levin down in towards mid. Should be cleared out by Yampi's drone.
It will be.
Every time Levin dashes, he always dashes into the wall. Can he not? Can he not dash out like properly?
Able to get out
I guess not.
well
I don't know.
Vitality start applying the pressure. You hear one of the ults. Voice line, Durka chasing, trying to block and dissuade KC. Voice line, Durka chasing. You hear one of the ults. Voice line, Durka chasing.
Nice Yoru server ult. Kron was going for a little bit of a peek on A. Why was he going for a peek on A? I guess the idea here is that like this is a big cancel option. If Kron gets any space here, then they can just go back A whilst they do this shit. But Omen's just stayed for some reason. I guess the Omen stayed because he's got ult. He doesn't really need to rush.
Rotating as quickly. It's a first and a second actually. Vitality still at 4 because it's the run it back drop, but Shados in the back of sight. It's Prophet that finds Aves, so they rotating as quickly. Lock and dissuade KC from rotating as quickly. It's a first and a second actually. Vitality still at 4 because it's the run it back drop, but Shados in the back of sight. It's Prophet that finds Aves, so they know that there's another, but Shados still finding impact. It's a drop down from the heavens for DOS9 as Shados activates on the flank. It's all him in this round. And Prophet drops a smoke, able to pick up the spike. Gets a phantom in the process as well. 25 seconds, and he has choices. He's actually going to find his way forward and catch Levin by surprise. Wall goes up.
So lucky.
Neither towards impact weapon. But what can Chronicle do on towards the attack? Running up mid seems to be the play.
It's the question that he wants to answer.
I like this position, but I don't like the fact it's spammable.
See if he can find any impact with that.
Kron needs to stop baiting as well. Like he's the one with the gun.
You just want one case.
We have two classics right walking in front of him right now.
That's all he's looking for.
Or his teammates need to get the fuck out of middle.
Profek trying to bait in these players, and there you have it. The bait and switch, Chronicle. The opening kill with the tour de force.
And the trap that KC wanted to go for over towards mid. Not only, yes, a kill to Chronicle, but they aren't able to capitalize on some of the other players that were further up, less equipped with weapons. Fortunately, you can't necessarily regain that one, so it's still just that tour de force that they're going to have to contend with coming in towards this one. And sticking around mid.
See, I'm surprised that like Casey should know that there's only one. That Sova means there's only one drone or start. As soon as that drone happens, I would love to see them get control of B main again. But they, I don't. They need to. Can they? They've already drawn middle, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
KC have learned a lesson.
I feel like against Sova, you can kind of. I don't know.
In towards it, at least for now. Group up of players in towards main. Levin doesn't actually spot anyone.
That's unlucky.
Sense of security for KC.
He's leaving, but he comes back and at the right time as well. Everyone groups up for Vitality. Utility drawn and DOS9 smoked off. So Levin left in your hands. How many can you find? The answer's only one. Sayonara's just right-clicked him out of nowhere. Wall drop to try and give KC some space. A TP through. It's a big whiff.
That was.
To find one. It's an awkward engagement.
Oh!
They're still not expecting him. Time is
Saul Goodman, man.
Can they get it?
It's going to be close. And they do.
So Goodman. Oh. It was so well played. It was so well played. Just hit the shot, bro.
How close some of these players are playing. You're looking at the recovered weapon as well. Still.
It's so good, man. It is so good, man.
There's no stars for Sugetsu. Bar the one he's put down on towards the spike.
Creeping in, Sugetsu. Wrong. I thought your quad.
And series point for the side of Vitality. It was a poor start on split. Hoping to correct their wrongs.
Is Derek on up?
And eliminate KC from Project Blender.
Well, that's kind of cool. That's cool. I mean, it's unlucky that Yoru's just not there.
Eliminate KC from Project Blender.
Yet again, it's KC that apply this early pressure. It's B that's put under the microscope this time. Aldrone goes over the top to get Sugetsu spotted. And has to back
He had
away.
thousands bet on KC winning. I get very worried when people have that much money to bet.
Sayonara's collected a double.
He can't keep getting away with this, man. Cleanest double entry in towards A.
And they go that the Astra's low on B. A is open for business. They're retaking the wrong site by the looks of things. They thought they needed to flank. All three players were moving towards B. But it's A. A 3-on-4.
I think, I mean, I would argue that off-season betting is probably better. If you're an actual gambler, sports bettor, off-season is probably a good time to bet because you know that the variance is higher.
Tries to introduce himself into this round, finds Sayonara, and maybe there's a chance. Dirk as low has to go for it.
I'm not gonna lie, you probably shouldn't be betting if you're that close to the scene, though. It feels a little bit like you'd know too much, you know. You know too much. Albeit, do I really care that you take money from a gambling company? Probably not. Why does everyone say Mimi? It's so funny. Everyone spells my name Mimi. I am a KC fan, so please, Mimi, lie to me if necessary, but tell me that they'll win something this year. I'm not. From watching this, I wasn't super impressed with them. I think that there's potential. There's potential, but I wasn't super impressed. Have I made a VFL roster? No. I don't have any intentions right now. Minnie, you look cold. Put your heating on, bro. My heating is on. My heating is on. I just live in a fucking terrible apartment. It's outrageous the amount of money I spend for this apartment when it's a piece of fucking ass. Okay, right, we're on to Giant X Navi. So Giant X have kept their full roster because they made a roster swap halfway through this year and looked a lot better, qualifying to champs. Navi have gone from Navi. The story is Angel's the coach. Angel coach. Navi. I just feel like this team's gonna. I think Navi always. Navi consistently makes strange decisions with their roster, in my opinion. I don't know. Like the players they pick, it's almost like they just I don't know how to say it, but like it's almost like they just go off of trials only. It's like they trial some players and then whichever player vibes the best in the 2 scrims they play, they're like, let's pick up that player. I don't know. It just feels weird. Like Philo is probably better than what he played last year, but he was undoubtedly not very good last year, you know. And then Sociable was also like he's been good historically, but last year I feel like he was probably the weakest player on BBO. Like to me, he was always a like high frag, low util kind of player. But we'll have to see, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't be putting him on Teo. We'll have to see. Like, Sociable has potential. It should be better than last year. I think that Philo should be better than last year. But the pickups are still weird. In the context that Navi are generally, like... I feel like they're always aiming high in terms of, like, the organizational goals, but haven't been there for ages now. It's been the last event they qualified for was Champs 2023. And I think the only reason they got there was because we got more spots for EMEA, right? So if Fnatic didn't exist, Navi might not have been to an event in like 3 years or something. Would you have kept Alexic over Filu? I don't think there's much difference. Like realistically, I think Alexic had some really good moments. Philo was not great last year, so they're seeing something in Philo that we didn't get to see last year because he was on Koi. Which one is strange this time? I think both are kind of strange. I think in the context, like, let's put this into context. I think Ruxic and Hero are 2 of the best players in EMEA. Shao is now the IGL. With that foundation, like, let's pretend that we have, so we got 2 times best players EMEA. Like, literally, like, top 5 in their role easily. And then we have an IGL with experience. Like, an experience, like, game experience, not IGL experience. So we have an experienced player as an IGL. That, to me, is a foundation, a very strong foundation, you know? And I'm not saying that Ruxic and... not saying that Filu and Sociable are bad pickups, but it's not like I look at, like, when I look at this as the foundation, I'm like, oh my god, this could be fucking insane. This could be insane. And the pickups they got are like, oh, okay, you know, okay. Oh, sorry. I mean, you don't need to see. I'm literally just writing 2 times, like, you know. Ruxic is best smoke in league, pretty much. And then, Hero is probably top 5, maybe higher. Top 5 Santi. EMEA. IGL. Like, experienced. To me, like, this is a solid foundation. That you're kind of excited by. And then I'm like, when they pick up Sociable and Filu, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, okay. You know, I'm just like, yeah. Alright. I don't know who they could have got instead, but like, to me, I don't know. What are they looking for? A duelist? The problem with the duelist role is that, like, the duelist role is not... It's hard to get something good this year, I think, in terms of, like, you know, they're able to pick up SOP, then, like, or, and then what's this? Like, what's this? The recon role? Recon role is hard to fill right now. Izzy would have been good. Like an Izzy or a SOP. Yeah. I don't know how to fill this role though, because that role is kind of fucked. Least saturated role apart from IGL. Waddle. I like Waddle. Waddle's a good chat. Waddle's a good chat. Yeah, Waddle is a good chat. What's the most least saturated role? In EMEA, the least saturated role, I think in terms of saturation, I think IGL last. I think Recon might even be last, to be honest. Recon. I think Senti is the most saturated. Jodis and Flex. I can't remember really, but I'm gonna put like Julius and Flex together. I think like in EMEA, that's like the we have so much good, so many good Sentinel players. I think Initiate is pretty saturated too. I disagree. I think we have I think our recon players are we have Rians, we have then we have Crashes, and then it gets difficult to like rank them. And we have Cloud. Yeah, we have those 3. And I'm not gonna lie, like, to put Cloud up there when he's IGLing right now, I think it's like, I don't know. Flickless isn't a recon player. And Flickless, I think, is now I'm hoping a Viper player mostly. I think that you can't get away with playing Breach this much anymore. And I think KO, I guess they should play a bit more KO maybe. If Aura's comfortable, yeah, they should just end up playing KO more, I think. Kron or Recon. I mean, Kron's going to be Senti. Okay, anyway, let's watch this game. Just the double smokes, man. Just mold makes me mold. Put this imagine this motherfucker playing Chamber.
The easier size, you don't necessarily have the big names like Vitality in towards it. You're looking towards the opponents that can make it through and towards the next match. The Team Liquid Academy. I say that though, the tier 2 team in the top half of the bracket also did insane this morning. So maybe not too much
La Boo
towards that, but in towards this matchup. Now you're looking towards the pistol. Heavy setup for Na'Vi over on towards that B side.
They got hero for Chamber. I don't think I've put hero on Chamber. That is one thing about hero is that like his role is like traditional. He's more of a traditional Santa. Yeah, they've been nerfed.
Of course, the winner of them will play here as well.
So fundamentally speaking, Giant X have a very similar comp to Fnatic's composition. They are not running. They're not running Sova and Teo though. I quite like the fact that they're not running both. It makes it more viable defensively. They've changed a Sova out for a Chamber, which means it's gonna strengthen up their defense a little bit. The attack side, it's gonna be interesting how they do this B exec against like an operator, for instance. Like how are they gonna deal with operators? Is basically the question. I feel like they're going to hit extremities hard and then have the chamber be a mid player quite a lot of the time. So yeah, I'm interested in this approach. I think that it basically is the kind of approach you use when you're not really very good at the map and you're just like, fuck it, we ball, you know? But I think it's more balanced than the way that Fnatic were playing it. Yeah, but yeah, the big question mark is how are they going to deal with operator players? Are they going to have an exec that is so foolproof that there's no chance for the operator player to get anything done? And then if they do that, how are they going to play post-plant? Because they have no utility left, probably.
Well underway here at the playoff stage. Na'Vi taking on Giant X.
Heavy mid default.
Although Na'Vi have that setup over towards B, it doesn't seem like GX want anything to do with it. Heavy in towards mid. Silent scale up. They're not going to find anybody home.
So Giant X have a very good exit comp, and the first round they're heavy mid default. I mean, it is a pistol.
Towards B main. That open it up for Na'Vi.
Nicely done.
That's quite a nice idea. So drone, paranoia. It's kind of cool.
Shao has to trade space. Earn on site GX 2v2. And you can see they're not confident.
Wait, let me just go back and see what the defense formation. They just stacked B. Okay. So Na'Vi did stack B. Grubby.
Desperation sets in. West side now blind TPs into the court.
What is it with them, man? They love having their IGR playing KO. I still think that this is strange. It's such an intensive micro agent. Best way to learn recon? I don't know, bro. Ask me on Discord as well. I'm not going to answer questions like that. The other thing is, are you talking about for ranked or for pro play? Or organized play? My chair is the least comfortable motherfucking chair in human existence. I think they couldn't have designed a less comfortable chair.
Boo is actually Aura, so don't get confused. Aura is still playing for GX. Just under the Labubu mantra towards this one, but talk about GX players playing it.
So yeah, so I think these kind of smokes here are going to become very meta on this B side of the map. The site is so hard. There's no playable space. Like there's no, you can't play here anymore. This box is kind of ass. And then you're left with like the only place is like the little cubby here. And they're gonna util you out and clear you hard. So like these kind of smokes to play in and around, I think are gonna just become very
Again,
meta.
opportunity in towards this round, already taken off the board. R is in towards site, hoping to make this classic work, but has to retreat to safety. It's Flickless though, that gets his name in towards the mix.
Number still to find. Filu over the top.
What advice on making the most out of DMs? Just headshot people. I don't know, bro.
Who will zone course in and
And you have a little that in mind.
Shout going for the early spam, doesn't want to get too aggressive just yet. No warrant of an early engagement, pretty silent across the map as GX have different avenues that they can approach.
Mind.
Oh my god, Na'Vi, man. If Na'Vi ever won this map, they've only played it 3 times ever. Is that true? Hello, Serpentine. Bridge done for A main.
Shout going for the early spam.
The west side puts a trip. I'm surprised the trip isn't put like here, but okay.
Want to get too aggressive just yet. No warrant of an early engagement, pretty silent across the map as GX eye up different avenues that they
No, it wasn't only in for playoffs. I mean, it was at the start. It was there for kickoff, right? Because the first motherfucking cast I did was on this map with Na'Vi KC. It was a bind and then a fucking abyss. I think. No, it was abyss first, and then a bind or something like that. I don't know. It was stage 2. Really? No. Was it? Sorry, guys. Oh, I'm wrong. I thought my first cast was on. Oh no. When did? What am I thinking of? That's weird. What did? Wait, what year are we talking? 2025? No, why am I looking at 2024? Yeah. See? Kickoff. This was the first game I casted. It was fucking atrocious. Because these motherfuckers played Abyss. And then played these comps.
GX try it in a couple of rounds previous. The Outlaw looking to be
Let's go watch.
difference maker. R is given a silent scale up. We've seen GX try it in a couple of rounds previous. The Outlaw opportunity towards Filu, but no shots connect. Instead, it's Filu that takes the damage, having to back off, tuck tail and run, reposition over towards A.
Server playing B and then droning like this, the drone can only ever... So if you understand that Na'Vi play server B, you could basically stand here, stand here, stand... Well, you could just stand here. As soon as you hear the drone, just stand in this corner and then say, guys, they drone B. Come B.
Na'Vi, of course, so far faultless, looking to try and keep it that way here with facing off on the bonus against the full bite. Abyss only played once in the last.
I like the fact that they've given up middle. I approve this message. Like, the fact that it's 35 seconds, they've given up middle, I like it.
Once that was against that Team Liquid Academy side, 13-8. So looking for redemption. Speaking of which, Hero looking to redeem the Na'Vi side.
Yeah, that's nice.
Filu with one. Shao the last, and Na'Vi keep it flawless in the third.
But something that Giant X could be doing is the chamber should be kind of taking a lot more space on middle, I think. How highly do you rate Hero and Ruxic as a replacement EMU? I mean, I said before, I think Ruxic is like probably the number 1 or 2 or something. Smokes player. And Hero was like top 5, I think. But the Senti roll stacked as fuck though, so it's really difficult to. From what I remember, it's stacked. I will be doing a tier list of players soon.
Grouped up all day. Again, similar sort of conversation. They can get the spike down, do a little bit of damage.
It's like shit like this. Like, it's an anti-eco and Hero's alone on A.
Even get the weapons, so they can get a clean kill onto Hero.
I guess they did. Why? How are they delayed? I mean, oh, the KO knife came in on a corner, and then Paranoia? Really? The suck timing here was really nice. I feel like they're half a second away from losing the eco, though. The anti-eco.
And just like that, west side, the lone player standing.
I don't think Senti is stacked anymore.
So much utility just being dumped in his general direct.
Really?
He was aware of the flank of the jet, but the only thing is, doesn't matter if you're aware. It's a 4-0 lead for Na'Vi.
I mean, Alpha not playing Senti. Changes things a little bit, but we have. I don't know.
A brilliant beginning, and for GX, I think it's safe to say that really need to start seeing those results. Barely any kills across the board as well, right? Like,
I remember doing the list in my head and thinking Benji would be surprisingly low on the list. And so I was in my head, I was thinking, oh, the row is probably pretty stacked. But I could be wrong.
Again, attention's back over towards B, but it's not as if it's going unnoticed. Knife hits 3, stalls the initial push in. Flash then to get more information, trying to get some kills, some damage. But it's just difficult.
A slaughterhouse.
They're just all in B, but they got a KO, so you have to be really careful.
2 of those kills were on the second round with the classics. Now
that knife hits. The knife ironically did not hit the tail, but did he just cancel drone? Yeah, he does. Okay.
Again, attention's back over towards B, but it's not as if it's going unnoticed. Knife hits 3, stalls.
I think you have to create some kind of pressure so that the KO can't just be stood here with a knife out. You can't have the KO just stood here with a knife out. Like, there needs to be a little bit of movement on the map.
Flash then to get more information, trying to get some kills, some damage.
Like, they're not even 1-4. Like, as well. I'm a bit confused why they're not even 1-4.
It's just
the chamber.
So much so that GX tuck tail and run.
Benji Hero for you? I wouldn't. Benji was not very good last year, though, in my opinion. Chronicle was the best Sentinel player now, right?
Has to back away. The flashbang a deterrent, but they continue to move in.
But you almost feel like that's so much already enough for Na'Vi, especially now with Shao and Hero's push. I mean,
Saigetsu.
Absolutely clinical from the side of Na'Vi.
Saigetsu, yeah.
Just looking like they haven't got the
Saigetsu's up there, but the problem is Saigetsu's not even playing Sentinel, so.
Down from B, they were already not locked out of that site, pushed in towards the operator of Filu. They try and run. The only issue is, it just comes to a
That's
position where the
That's
winning
is
position's not behind
That's what I mean.
you
Like
throughout round.
if Alpha if Alpha was still playing Senti, it would be Alpha, Kron, and Nats. Like just naming those three players, you're like, Jesus Christ. Then you have Hero, like West Side. Soigetsu could even be above them. Like we've named like these are S plus plus tier players, and then these are like some S tier. You know what I mean? Like it's nasty.
5-0. Na'Vi trying to make map 1 quick.
It's definitely the most stacked role in EMEA.
So far, GX really haven't had a say. And yet again, Filu with that
I like that.
And yet again, Filu with that operator. First blood drawn.
So GX have like some extremity XX, and then they have a mid default. This is their mid default. They did it on the pistol, they did it on this round.
So it's not all bad for GX, at least an answer made out of the question. But it all falls silent, minute and some to go. And
The issue with their comp though is that they're not... A Jet could... They don't have any way of taking this... Like, they don't have enough utility to take the map, in a way. Like, fundamentally, the easiest place to take on the map is this. Like, this you get for free. And then this you need a tiny bit of util for, but they don't have util for it. They'd have to breach stun every round. They don't have a recon. They don't have an Astro Dissipate.
But it all falls silent, minute and some to go, and for GX wanting to regroup, recalculate where they want to head towards, and by the looks of things, it's straight in towards to have opened up a silent minute out of the question. But it all falls silent, minute and some to go, and for GX wanting to regroup, recalculate where they want to head towards, and by the looks of things, it's straight in towards A, and understandably so. They know that the op is dead, so now maybe the chances have opened up a little bit for this side.
I mean, you talk about chances.
Another correct gamble from Na'Vi again.
Seem to have plugged the gaps. 2 players are here, but I mean, you talk about chances opening up, but Na'Vi seem to have plugged.
It's very wide jiggle peak. Like I feel like with this, why is Rook 6 should be far more back here, right? Jiggling from further back, because then he's not seen as easily. And then you don't need to jiggle like.
Up a little bit for this side.
I mean, you talk about chances opening up.
You don't need to jiggle the whole angle. Like he's jiggling. You could just jiggle to here almost. Like there's no way they're gonna walk out in this tiny gap. And you got a player watching this anyway. So if they do time you, you got a KO watching it anyway. Instead, he's not even jiggling aggressively. He's jiggling past the aggression, if that makes sense. Like he's got this is inefficient, and then he's also, I don't know, it's the greediest jiggle peak I've ever seen. Like right here, if he jiggled like I said, he'd probably see like their arm a little bit, and then be able to see that, oh fuck, they're here. There's smoke up. Like he's got the stack. He wants them to come in. It's not about, but what I'm saying is not it's the worst angles to fight from. You still have to get information on those sides to make the fight easier. Well, I was specifically saying the way he's jiggle peeking is wrong. I'm not saying that the angle. I'm not saying he needs to fight from the angle. But you have to get information. You can't just not. You can't just hide backside.
From Heaven will do so, but a very manageable clutch now.
30 seconds left.
Spike will not be denied. Sociable moving from Heaven to spawn. Still progressing. But it's all done very silently. Doesn't want to reveal. Happy with this. Rolling Thunder to ground. He'll hear the steps, the jump spot. Don't know if he's been spotted. And now, Rolling Thunder deployed.
Get that kill, tying them around it. So.
And they'll look to strike back here. As you can see, money still enough money.
Is coming into this one. Obviously, having won the previous, you're hoping
Mid
that this
default
will
again.
build some momentum as
The
well.
mid default I think is slightly like it looks slightly more promising, the idea of doing a mid default, because of the before it's like mid was here and you had to scale up all the way, whereas now you have this like instant access to middle on both sides, you know. So I think that's what JX are kind of using here.
Already active.
What do you think of Breach in this meta? I think it's very bad in this meta. The reason people play it on Abyss is because you can overwhelm the site, especially B with the stun. And honestly, EMEA is not the best at Abyss, so you might as well just have overwhelm and just exec.
And similar to the pistol, we're seeing a group up of 4 from Na'Vi on towards B, and the exploration. It's going to be a clean pickup onto Grabinho.
I don't really understand why Grubby's got how Grubby can get caught twice.
Now Na'Vi settle back in towards the defensive line, aware of the gaps that they left towards mid. Utilization of the owl drone, just to confirm that no one's pushed the issue in towards B link.
But now they've got to be careful of A, and they've only got one defender, and their ideal way to it has been cut off. It's the long way round if they want to get back. As Westside catching sociable. Tour de force in full force. And still they creep in, and Na'Vi aware that A is probably the destination here. As Hero on the corner has to find 2, but Cloud with a quick trade. And gone, but for both sides, excuse me, down to just 3.
And Westside's in the perfect position to dismantle this, although Null Command at the perfect opportunity denies the placement.
Before low financially.
It's a weird way to play this comp, to have a heavy mid default though, but
Very top
I
heavy,
don't know.
that's for sure. Early into this round as well, you can see that
It's almost like it feels like it should be an attack comp because you got these like breach tail waylay, like kind of all in style with the Omen, but then they're just they sucked on the extremities and they're just going middle. Maybe I don't know.
control. Filu on the op yet again to try and block them out of this, and Ara able to hold down the angle alongside Westside, but the operator on the defense.
Do you think B site needs changes? I think B site's terrible for defense and not fun in ranked.
Gone.
Man, it was great utility from GX, from Ara as well, right? The hindrance just to get him on towards the angle. And instead, Filu just peaks with all the confidence.
Honestly, wouldn't this map just be better if this was just a path as well? Would that actually be better? I don't know.
It's back into it. Same goes for Hero on towards B. Spots out another player on the way in. Shouts there to assist.
Forced away. Have to go the long way around if they want themselves into the B site. Spike still distant from the remaining few from this pack, as they kind of know that they have to do something here. Hero has to get out of dodge, can't unfortunately get far enough. Shout in the back of So.
On the way with all the confidence back into it. Same goes for Hero on towards B. Spots out another player on the way in. Shouts there to assist.
Forced away. Have to go the long way around if they want themselves into the B site. Spike still distant from the remaining few from this.
There's always just extra smokes constantly with these comps. Like look, like Hero has an extra smoke
Have to go the long way around if they want
right here. He should do something with it, shouldn't he?
into the B site. Spike still distant from the remaining few from this pack, as they kind of know they have to do something here. Hero has to get out of dodge, can't unfortunately get far enough. Shout in the back of sight, now removed as well. Na'Vi starting to bleed numbers toward B, and concede a spike plant because of it. Sociable brings some normality for Na'Vi as the recon dart goes high. Flickless able to respond.
The new breach flash is a little bit better, but it's not. It's still crap.
Just to delay. Filu up and over. Has to do it in the 1v.
And is only they know that GX's money kept honest.
Okay, breach flash might be enough. Okay,
Going for the ridiculous.
that's aiming control gone.
Has to back away.
I think this is a head-to-head that we're
I think honestly, this should be a fast B split right now. You know the Jets over here. You know that if you group B main right now, the KO knife's kind of fucking us. You just go fast B split, right?
see so much, not only in this half, but in this
Drone should be happening right now. We should be smoking probably this side maybe.
happen as a whole. Even when they switch sides, it's the operator head-to-head.
Hero tapping
We're
away.
smoking here.
Can't catch any of the GX player. Hero tapping away. Can't catch any of the GX players. In fact, punished They're trying to deal
Is Hero any good on smokes? Like, I feel like whenever I see him play smokes, it's not the most convincing. I mean, his Omen has been very strong, but is he... I feel like he played a lot more smokes last year than that. What was I thinking? I don't know.
a little too cheeky. Trevino, they're to respond in kind, and
I'm not gonna lie, I really dislike the solo Waylay. It forces to spec highly into support agents like Teo and Waylay. I mean, you can just do KO, which is better than Breach.
see Shao trying to get the knife down, pings in as deep as he can, but
I mean, of course, yeah, of course 5 games is too small for a sample size for his Omen. What was that? I thought he played a lot more Omen than that, though.
It's a gift wrapped.
I thought he played Omen a lot last year, but I'm wrong.
They are walking in the moment that Na'Vi put all their stock into B.
The conversation is, when does the penny drop for Na'Vi? You can see
He was off-roading sometimes, I think, last year.
down towards B, sees nothing. And now with the information that Vilu should be relating to his team, he drops forward, drops down, wants to do all the Waylay dashing in, at least to his team. Now with the information that Vilu
That suppress is funny.
relating to his team, he drops forward, drops down, wants to do
Your
all
stocks
the
are
Waylay
low for any
dashing
teams
in,
still
at
running
least
Breach or Cypher 2026.
also
I think we'll see a lot.
refracts.
We'll still see some
Doesn't
Cypher play.
necessarily delay the spike going down too
I
much.
think it's bad, but it's not horrible. It's not like insta loss. I think Breach is like against a team that knows what they're doing and will prep for you. I think Breach is really difficult.
Recon to go forward. As you say, Gravino doesn't have to worry. Hunter's Fury now deployed. Sociable, I guess, just trying to force him off the angle, but Westside picking off Rookstick means nothing but bad news delivered to the rest of Na'Vi. An attempt to
Breach is the
reset will be
counter
thwarted,
veto agent.
and after losing one, this will just have to be an
I
effort
mean,
move
if
towards
you're,
the B side.
I
Save
would,
those guns,
I would
get out of dodge.
disagree on the principle that
5-0 to 5-4.
if you're playing an agent like that,
Hurdles put out early.
you do need to have some practice,
Started to get the last couple.
like quite a bit of practice to be able to get to the point where you're countering an agent. I think that makes sense.
Response. Braces, there's still that to work
And then
side
when you're not
by
playing
side.
veto, you're playing Breach.
And again, possibly the head.
Yeah, I know, card map. Yeah, but I think historically, this could just be GX couldn't play Sova on this map, and they do want to play Sova. Maybe this is just Fnatic comp, you know, and they couldn't because of the blender pick. I don't know. This is just Na'Vi. Na'Vi like this shit.
The map, we have players looking to go in towards B.
It's more Na'Vi's tune getting the opening kill with the operator. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Hara's double, leaving Na'Vi short. Change here towards B. Not only once, but twice over. Gravino setting this one in stone at a 3v2. Spike goes down. In the corner, Flickless will now use the ult and just delay Na'Vi.
Yeah, it was great because Vilu has him pinned into that position. The ult allows him to reposition and also buys time.
Might go, so at least they now know that where he's repositioned to his backside. Able to get out without being punished. Vilu and Shao continue to move forward. Flash round the corner, trying to take fights, but GX playing this one so passively, and with the spike down in the corner, as you can see, the U-tilt buying even more time, cutting Na'Vi's chances down second by second, and they know even be us.
Stunk. I think being able to pull the time struggle.
Impact was pretty instant with the op last round, hoping for the same success again. I feel like this was a big turning point in Na'Vi's success. If Vilu was able to get even just deep angles, not just frags, but holding down angles, getting information that way. Process.
I'd honestly be tempted to just pressure A main every single round if I was Na'Vi. You could literally just leave someone here like every single round. And then you just need one person here. And then 3 people here. And then if they did some weird shit here, you still got A main control.
Elimination. Did a good job at it. This though is cheeky.
Yeah, I know you mean
Through the
that.
utility to
Yeah.
try and get the upper hand, suppressed by the KO knife, and thinks his best choice is to move away, and the pressure towards B as well. You can see GX more than happy to give up that respect.
But you look at Gorbinio's position here, him just existing, living, being a pain in the side, over the side of Na'Vi, allows for the rotations to be cut off in towards B, so it makes it even more difficult for Na'Vi to fight their way back into us. Even more so, it's a double kill for GX from one extremity to mid, make it triple.
Needed to be punished. Ara moves away.
You know, anti-take, or you've got thing with the chain, did midges
Has now turned 5-6 on.
but the fact in itself.
And the point that I was trying to
Okay,
make
this is
is when
quite
they
it's
6-6
quite
lost,
boring.
it
This
was
map is
a
shit.
close game. They got 2 rounds on attack. The entirety of attack on this map, they secured 2. So you kind of know that their defense may be their strongest suit. And unfortunately, Gorbinio forcing them down to 4, but it's not without Filu with a response. Na'Vi to get aggressive, just a little too late. I'm wondering if now's the time that they want to.
For the side of Na'Vi. So going to
They go
the side of the map, there's one player to defend.
I don't know how I'd make it this shit.
as well. They go towards B as the
This
Silver
B
lead
site's
repeats
ass.
now. The
Mid was
cavalry to
ass.
arrive. Filu
A's
for
ass.
it quicker. Flickless, excuse me. Stunning behind the site, forcing the engagement. Time is low, 12 seconds left here. They've got to get a move on. Flickless will stick the spike down. I think Na'Vi hoping that they could have provided something more before it went down. Divide now used. Na'Vi attempting the retake.
They have to fight forward. You can even see Chamber making his way on towards Cypher. It doesn't even matter. Flickless fighting forward. Good for one. Ara now in the thick of it.
Have they has Valorant ever made a good big map that wasn't a 3-site map? His bind, I guess, is pretty big. But there's teleporters. Like, the whole gimmick is that, like, the map is probably slightly bigger, but there's fucking teleporters. Has Valorant ever made a good map? I think that... I don't honestly think, like, Haven's good. Ascent's alright.
They got the round, got a timeout, and since then it has been GX's show through and through.
Crow to me is still kind of snooze. No, this is decent, yeah.
And not mistakes. Instead, it's up to Na'Vi on the attacking side.
I wouldn't say it's good, but it's alright.
The weaker one of the two against Team Liquid Academy, as I said.
It's hard. I think it's hard. The Icebox is terrible.
This is advanced. Ready. Finds the first. Filu dead to rights. Able to get away as well, unpunished.
Split is good. Split is S tier. Haven's S tier. Ascent's alright. Lotus alright.
Left now to twiddle their thumbs a bit, scratch their heads, figure out what is plan B.
I think Sunset's mediocre.
GX are going for a little bit of a walk.
Plan B. Mistakes instead.
Sorry, let's look. So Teo plays Heaven. I saw this Teo tech where, like, you drone at Heaven, you can immediately tag people with your drone.
Attacking side.
So that can be kind of cool. And then you could delay plant with your salvos.
Liquid Academy, as I said, to make
Breach done
cut
on the line, and then Waylay doing Waylay things.
for lost opportunities. This is advanced. Ready. Finds the first. Filu dead to rights. Able to get away as well, unpunished. A free retreat into safety as GX still stand tall in numbers. Na'Vi left now to twiddle their thumbs a bit, scratch their heads, figure out what is plan B.
And the thing is, while they're figuring that out, GX are going for a little bit of a walk. Walk out through B, and it doesn't even matter if they're walking through B. Westside just having a little bit of a stroll in mid, connects a shot onto a shout, and further increases the numbers advantage, and Flickless is about to do the same.
Easy. Na'Vi down to 2, picked apart, limb by limb, this Na'Vi side crumble. They'll try and progress, but into the jaws of many will fall these last 2 players. Cloud with
These just wins in the head-to-heads with
Same default as GX. But they do full mid smokes. Oh my god.
In the head-to-head with Westside. Doesn't seem to matter when the chips are down.
I don't really understand, like, why. Yeah,
decided
I
to
don't
stay
think
through a
Amir.
lot of work
I don't think we're very good at
in
this
the
map.
openings, in the head-to-head with West Side. Doesn't seem to matter when the chips are down.
Here. Here.
That'll serve quite nicely, won't it? West side opening kill, Feely removed, at least
Here.
for the time being. Still on the angle with this outlaw. Smelling blood in the water towards Cadecta. Has to move away. B side under some serious threat. Flickless with one.
Came back. It was something that pushing it for multi-kills, which seemingly similar struggles are here in the matchup against Na'Vi.
Philo moving forward. Got to be careful. There's all sorts of util being dropped in.
Clyde just drops out heaven.
Hectic mess. Philo moving forward. Got to be careful. There's all sorts of util being dropped.
He stuns here and not here, which is interesting. You think he's stunned here and just drop out heaven?
In this A side, a hectic mess that Na'Vi have to filter their way through, and they can't because at the front door.
How has he got there in time though?
Seemingly similar struggles are here in the matchup against Na'Vi.
It always just feels like people were baiting.
Philo moving
How's nobody got out this choke and he's got down here?
forward.
Oh, it's Teo's salvo.
Careful, there's all sorts of util being dropped in this A side. A hectic mess that Na'Vi have to filter their way through, and they can't because at the front door lies a Guardian in Cloud's hands. 2 quick kills. Shao and Sociable eventually break the back of GX. Towering over goes Sociable. Here's the TP, but Gravino moves out of dodge just in time.
And Gravino staying alive here means that the flank has a little bit more potency. Completely unnoticed. Ara gets 2. Now it's down towards Roxic. On towards the side. Doesn't even get an opportunity. Tries to deal with Ara. Refracts back to safety. On West side. Pushes the issue. And again, pushing up GX to double digits. That is 10 rounds in a row now for GX across multiple hubs. Sure, with the context of that in the mix. But for this being the map pick, they're definitely showing why.
Na'Vi need a result. They need it now. Flank was perfect. Too many eyes in too many different places.
I do think there's fights. Yeah, like I think me in the past would have been like just play for retake here, like you can't hold. But I do think that like yeah. I do think you have to, especially on Abyss, I think you have to make some stupid plays like that sometimes.
Similar struggles are here in the matchup against Na'Vi.
Philo moving forward.
You're always like playing with half a second difference though. Half a second difference there, and it's GG.
A hectic mess that Na'Vi have to filter their way through, and they can't because at the front door lies a Guardian in Cloud's hands. 2 quick kills.
I mean, they still only go 2 for 2.
Break the back of GX. Towering over.
And Gravino staying alive here means that the flank has a little bit more potency. Completely unnoticed.
But all that distraction delay is enough for the flank. It's very Paper X. Would you run Chamber in the meta given how good the duelists are?
For this being,
Why are the duelists better right now than they... Why are duelists better than they were before? Duelists have been nerfed.
they're definitely showing why.
Na'Vi need a result. They need it now. Flank was perfect. Too many eyes in too many different places. 4 stingers and a sheriff all on the half. Expected a full buy in the next and hoping that that will be their resurgence.
Westside still has his outlaw. That's the only concern for me. Fortunately, he's placed over towards mid and the fight is going to happen on towards the site. It's 1 for 1.
Cloud, good start.
He's played. That's the only concern for me. Fortunately, he's placed over towards mid and the fight is going to happen on towards the site. It's 1 for 1.
Cloud, good start.
I think Feely needs to stop dashing out. They need to... They don't have... Every time he dashes out, he like this player is able to drop down and completely own the timing. The exec is not good. Oh, the paranoia didn't get... The paranoia is a little bit unlucky. I don't know. Again, split second shit.
Numbers advantage in Na'Vi's hands. Cloud still firing through.
Over towards mid. That's the only concern for me. Fortunately, he's placed over towards mid and the fight is going to happen on towards the...
I mean, they have the information as group. their remaining numbers towards spawn. And they have the information as well that it all has to be this way. The Omen's in heaven, so this is all the more problematic. A second, it's now down to Flickless. 1 on 2. Some good news could have been found if that heaven kill went his way instead. They pick off one another, make things nearly impossible. A thrifty round.
To be fair, he did get the kill on hero on Grubby, but Grubby kind of
The affirmation in towards
the
it.
flash on Grubby was pretty good. Photograph.
5 stingers fighting their way forward, grouped up in numbers.
Cloud almost hit the stun, I think, on the bridge, or maybe he did. He stunned
Bridge.
bridge.
The shorties jumping out of the smokes, knowing that they have the weapons advantage and also the HP even got to shield, hoping that would be enough instead. An opportunity for Na'Vi. It's not out of danger zone yet though. Still in the deficit. But that is a good entry. West side's caught. A little bit awkward situation.
Beautifully done.
Danger zone yet though. Still in the deficit. But that is a good entry.
That is crazy, just running out like that.
A little bit awkward situation.
Beautifully done. Na'Vi advantageous. Attacking side, Filu sat so deep right now and thought that maybe Arrow was going to walk into it instead. Just a trade-off, one holding a deeper angle than the other.
I mean, they're both ready for it. They're both aware of the possibilities. But now with Na'Vi backing off, grouping up in towards B, the line that Ara has is so important for the rotations that have come through. It's going to be 3.
I like this a lot. See, yeah, like last half I was saying a lot about like A main. Like the A mains meant that 3 people can just stack B. I think that both. I mean, they have Astro dissipates. They have enough that they should have A main every round. Like they have dissipates, knife, recon, even jet smoke.
Players for GX on towards site. Sure, still down in numbers, but at least they have the stack here.
That's going to engage this push. GX without utility, so it's going to have to be raw aim.
I don't think I would run double duelist chamber. Like I think I possibly would, but I think double duelist chamber might be greedy. It might be too greedy. And it's the kind of comp I think that PaperX would be the ones to thrive in, but it might be too greedy for other teams. The other thing is not many teams can literally run that comp because they don't have good enough players to run 2 duelists in a chamber in terms of like mechanics.
Hero has to be the hero in this round. 18 seconds, nowhere near the spike, nowhere near the site. Cloud to get out of dodge, and this one's over. Na'Vi stopped at the front door. Try next up to 11.
With back of
McKay is better fit.
coming into 3 hero rifles, they're seemingly playing for OT in regards to the investment to make sure they have enough money into for OT in regards to the investment.
The knife doesn't even get the deep angle. What's the point of that knife? Oh, it's just clear close. Can you just clear close normally? You don't need a knife to do it.
That's also another ultimate now.
I think this knife is needed for exec. I mean, they're kind of low by it, but
That's why you can see the lean of players so heavily over towards B.
You can see TP into the cover of Cycrobinio wanting to try and help as best as he can, sat in the corner expecting a crossfire to help out, and that's the case. Flickless.
that box too is kind of cool. So he TP's across from, he's up here able to get contact, and then can TP here, which is quite nice. Quite nice.
First kill, a second. Grabinio expecting more. It's Cloud that has to step up once more. West side dropping in. Has the cross held to ensure that that spike can't be picked up without at least damage, if not information. And speaking of damage, it's another Na'Vi body that drops outside B. Just Rooksick left 1 on 3.
Maybe you don't need this smoke here. You can just do what he did.
Difficult trying to bait out util, bait out shots. In the open stands Rooksick. Nice first shot onto Ara and has to divide. This is going to create chaos. And oh my god, Rooksick! It's going to be difficult trying to bait out util, bait out shots. In the open stands Rooksick. Nice first shot onto Ara and has to divide. This is going to create chaos. And oh my god, Rooksick finds all 3. Transfer sweep. And Na'Vi get a 7th. Heroics when they desperately needed it the most.
I might want to do. I want to do a Rooksik Glaze segment. I think. I want to do a Rooksik
That was
Glaze.
gifted though, right? You're looking at that in towards the 1v3. The spike is down on the ground. There's 20 seconds left. You have the smoke phasing on towards Heaven. The trade's not necessarily set up in a position to swing off the Heaven kill. Westside, the last to fall. It's a collective effort from GX to offer that one up, and Roxic is going to be taking that one on the chin. Puts them up to 7. And again, they like the success they had on towards B.
Okay.
They want to go again.
Shao flashes through, gonna try and introduce themselves into this round. You can see that's unfortunate.
And again, they like the success they had on towards B. They want to go again.
Shao flashes through, gonna try and introduce themselves into this round. You can see that's unfortunate. Sociable. It's gonna say, let's Gravino get away out of his crosshair instead. The last one connects, 5 on 3. Na'Vi can waltz into B.
Doesn't seem like GX want anything to do with this.
Trap safe.
Spike
Tuck
planted.
tail and run. Obviously, the back and forth of the last couple of rounds. One of the rounds that they had.
It's alright.
And again, they like the success they had on towards B. They want to go again.
Shao flashes through, gonna try and introduce themselves into this round. You can see that's unfortunate. Sociable.
Okay, they just got fucked. Rooksik again. His Rooksik lurking is.
Third round now that they're going to be able to convert on towards the attacking half. Still
It's like he's an entry fragging lurk.
a deficit to recover.
He's a fucking Terminator.
A fighting chance given as the gap reduced down to 3. GX having investments, but 2 is what they'll be given, but secured a win. I mean, it did find the opener, which was a massive no miss.
Means they're able to field 4 rifles and a Guardian coming in towards this one. Fighting forward, Westside.
Cheeky.
I think I already did some Rooksik Glaze though.
Didn't seem
Maybe.
like Na'Vi were ready for it.
1900 ads. Thanks
Walk away with
Twitch.
their lives. And you can see the pressure that's put on.
You're watching free content, bruh.
TPing across,
Free content.
even aware of possible pushdowns. It's not a comfortable position for Na'Vi as they group up outside.
That's why esports is dying.
Plenty of time at least. But look at the GX players rotating quickly in. 3 of them already towards A.
Excuse me.
The GX. Plenty of time at least.
What did he do this around? So fake default,
Fighting forward.
chamber
Westside.
mid. They're like, fuck it, let's
Right,
go.
It's not a comfortable position for Na'Vi as they group up outside of A.
Gen X do have breach and Wele up for
Plenty
retake
of
though.
time at least.
Let's see how they do that. Are they gonna flood the site despite the fact they got breach and Wele? Oh, yes they are.
Already towards A. Stacked up at the
1
massive
dead,
ceiling.
2 dead.
Double.
3.
Needing more in the middle of
Okay.
scope, can only fight 2.
2v3 retake. Okay, so they just used the ults to flood in. Hmm. Okay.
Into the jaws of Flickless. Takes aim and fires down 3. Na'Vi now on the verge of
Coming
Eat
through.
your envy, envy.
Down from Clouds gets his 2, delays them coming in enough that the Rolling Thunder.
I think. The amount of firepower on this team is it's a very interesting game to prepare for.
And then Flick
Oh. Is Kesnet there? That's a good question.
turn to jump out of Heaven. Nets him
I-
final 3.
I
To possibly
help
the final
Zeta
round,
right now, a little bit.
hopefully for any GX fans. But up on towards 12. Admittedly, a couple couple of ultimates utilised, but now looking at Na'Vi, backs
Just middle
well
smoke,
and
like just.
truly up against the wall.
I guess they have to use smokes, but like even like let us like they have access to Astra and Omen, and there's no stars on A main. There's no threat on A main at all. I don't understand, guys. They gotta be low buy. If they're not low, if they've got guns, then I'm
Well and
very
truly
annoyed.
up against the wall.
They got guns. Like what? If there's just a player here right now, they're just staying. Like you need to have some threat over here, surely. I don't know. Hey, Wonder, how you doing? Oh, 151 million now.
Knife drawn, so
Bro,
they
this
go for
guy's
the red
farming.
light here, and
This guy's farming the
you know, there
viewers.
is no plan B for that chamber if he misses the shot.
But that's the only reason he joined Paper Rex. He was just like, fuck it, we built the brand.
To back away, and it's a game of respect, one of which GX were thinking just for a
Oh
second
my
there,
god,
giving them
this
that
is.
Yeah, and it's again it's so good, like you said, foot, east side.
B.
Let's get this one done with, guys. Let's get this one done with.
Start
Thank
kind
you,
of, there is a
thank you,
possibility that
thank you. Okay. Okay. So the way Project Blender works is that then you got weird comps probably after this game. Who picked this map? GX picked it, so they get to play their agents, right? I think. Yeah, so they do want to play Sage. These motherfuckers want to play Sage. They do it quite well. Sage on Bind is a bit like it's okay. It's very one-dimensional, but it's like, you know, it's okay. Like you're basically running up here, walling, planting, right? And then defense, you basically can like do like walls, walls and like weird spots. Against a very good team, they're gonna fuck you because they'll understand how to play against a Sage. But against like teams that don't like to play slow or don't know how to like macro out at all, like they're just gonna run into a Sage. So it's good against weak opponents, and then it gets less good against strong opponents, in my opinion. On this side, we have double Initiate, Gecko Sky in the old 2026. And then Rook 6 just gone nuclear. Gecko Sky, I think that I am a big. I would love Gecko and Fade on this map, but I think even I would not play anymore. I can't be able to look at the agent stuff.
the second being their map pick should be a little bit of a boost.
Mostly gonna focus on Giant X
Selection
here.
of Bind. Giant X hoping to make it a clean 2-0.
Well, actually, I'm gonna. I don't know.
Played this composition before that one time against Ramboot. Na'Vi have not played in toward Bind in the last few months.
When I watched Na'Vi at the start of last year, they had like 15 different setups on this map. So I want to see that simplified.
Slight changes. It's going to be a game of adaptation for Giant X coming in towards this. No take.
They should be. What? Okay. As soon as he sees him here, he should not be nading right now. He should be saying, fucking get ready, you fucking noobs. Go. Go. Like, we need to get you and you up here. And I'm gonna nade. But he's nading. Okay. The smoke comes in quick. Okay. He should be getting them ready to go. And then if the smoke comes in, he doesn't need to nade. He just saves nade.
To adjust. Ara not going to get an opportunity to stick around long too much time.
Already having that plan B though, right? Wall up, goes through the TP. You can see the concuss coming out as Cloud moves away. Giant X looking to hold on to this.
I don't know what util the Sages bought. It looks like not. Okay, they've bought. Sure. It's not bad on a pistol, I
I mean,
guess.
it's a minute on the clock. Na'Vi have 0 committal anyway. You have.
But they can just run over the top of the wall. It's not really that dangerous. And now our Viper has no vision on short. It's not the best wall.
Now is this time that they're starting to collect their forces outside A. Spike is starting to make its way over. The only thing is, there's a wall up on towards short. So they decide to go the other way. Not happy with what they found on towards A. Spike drifting back towards.
I think no.
anything in this
I think Winter's wrong here.
Brim playing in
Aren't they?
you've got to this.
Na'Vi have now is
Raze hears the flash here, get nothing, and therefore, when they make some noise here, they're going to overrotate and they can just go back below. That's what's happened here, I
this
think.
time that they're starting to collect their forces outside A. Spike is starting to make its way over. The only thing is, there's a wall up on towards short.
You see immediately, like I think that was the
So
reason.
they decide to go the other way. Not happy with what they found on towards A. Spike drifting back towards B, which still has some players from Dynex defending. Sure, might be the weaker side. Grabinho playing forward in towards Hoka, Molly in hand, ready to
30 seconds left.
deny entry.
Cloud is going to need to get this information safely. Punished here, and Grabinho is dead for certain. Jumps out. Molly dropped in as well. Blinded by the gecko.
What is Hero doing, man? Hero's like him ranked when I say I don't want to go hooker. This is why.
Dead for certain. Jumps out. Molly dropped in as well. Blinded by the gecko flash, but through the TP, Flickless emerges.
Oh.
Second opportunity, but Grabinho chokes his shots. Cloud also falls to the same face. Arrow, they're going to try to deny the spike plant here. Can't in time, and Arrow getting more and more.
Isolating the anchors. One jumping out of Hoka
Yeah.
while that round just about able to get the spike or in towards the post plan with that spike goes down. Heading into this one again, very like
With a Sage on the other side, you're going to get none of that. It's the wall that goes straight up and blocking them entirely. Shout might walk into it here. West side
It's quite a nice angle.
had an attempt.
He gets this, he gets this. He could even just like go on the wall over here and shit.
nice little wall.
Small adjustment there, by the way, like a micro play, is that he makes the jump noise on the edge of the wall, hoping that it baits them into thinking that Westside fell back off the wall and is shifting into sight. Instead, sticking about, hoping
Where's
for
his
more.
spit?
They are going to give it a go here. Westside eventually finds himself in the sight rather than on the wall itself, and 2 quick kills.
If I was Hero, I would be here or here. Here's a little bit dangerous if they're smart enough to clear him. Basically, in their strat, I think they think that if they make loads of noise here, he can flank Hooker. But it's not a flank because this guy is going to watch him and they're going to TP crunch.
Na'Vi wounded.
I mean, Westside's
Thoughts on
not
Shao
really
Edge yelling? I think it's fine.
Shao's still knifing the wall, so
I think it makes the most amount of sense. The only issue is that like, I think this team has, I don't know, like, how long are Na'Vi going to keep, like, what, I want to know what Navi's expectations are as a team. Because they can't, surely they can't go another year with being a mid-table team. Like, and at this point, Angels ran the show for almost 6 years, maybe. Like 5 years, maybe. 4 years? No, wait, since 2022. Four. It would be 4 years.
round narrowly avoids
Um,
blows up, but still for Grabinho, it's an easy pickup. Ruxic, one of the few investments, the biggest investment made into this round, to be fair, on towards this coast. And left.
Like, this year has to look very promising for them, in my opinion, to justify
Surely he has to go in.
keeping the same structure. Like, the other thing is, I don't know when Ruxic's contract ends, but that's a massive deal for this team, in my opinion.
All day.
Like, the team looks, to me, the team looks a lot less interesting with Ruxic not on it.
Just joined us. Insane first 2 games if you want to have a watch back through the VOD. Stick with us here though. Things might only just be heating up. Yes, GX off to a good start, but Na'Vi now with rifles and hoping to amend upon previous mistakes.
Can we get off the
now with rifles and
interesting
hoping to
push?
amend upon previous
Like 2 showers, 2 short.
mistakes.
Bonus
Good
round
start for
push.
Sociable though, Na'Vi. All square 4 on 4. Do get slowed up and
And then the Brimstone push Hooker.
Surely they don't expect this, especially after the distraction
Oh, he doesn't expect the present
Tries
close.
to go chasing, finds nothing.
He's gone.
I mean, definitely the steps heard, but the problem is you don't know if he's sat in spawn, if
Oh.
he knows he's been heard,
he's
whatever it
chasing
may
him.
be.
Oh, they re-wrap showers, the re-fight outside showers.
Calculated chaos. We saw it
And
in the
Rooksik just
Windsor,
fucks
GX
them.
looking to apply the same here. It has actually ended up in a 2v2 and didn't expect Hero.
Rooksik won them the round.
Video, that's the way it ended, right? Obviously,
It's like watching Alpha, man.
avoiding Hero initially, but then just walking around on towards his bonus. One of the typical bonuses, a lot weaker than that.
What is the Turkish super team right now if you had to make one? Rooksik smokes. Alpha. Chamber. Senti. Rians. Recon. The problem is we need a Yoru. No, it won't be Zeus. We do need an IGL. No, we need an actual IGL for this to work, I think. Sop? Am I too sop pilled right now? Maybe I'm too sop pilled. We need a Yoru player. Woot. Sorry. Let's get Woot in. What are you? Nats for IGL Kayak. This is a Turkish team. This is a Turkish team. I don't know. I don't know for IGL anymore. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
Is by going for like a little bit of a set strat out towards short. That's a couple of kills and then
Falling guys, yeah, but I don't know, man. This is a big year for them.
work off the back of information that they're working off.
I think.
This one is trying to play in through the smoke.
Cloud with one, the spray transfer is perfect. Orbital strike deployed, Grabinho tries to get out and will do so. As the regrow's quick to
Yeah, we get Yampi to learn Turkish.
Does much in terms of damage. More for control, Na'Vi down to 3 and the spike left.
Information that they're working on further push the issue once they've got any sort of information to work off the back of. Information that they're working off the back of this one is trying to play in through the smoke.
Cloud with one, the spray transfer is...
Sorry.
Further push the issue once they've got any sort of information to work off the back of. Information that they're working off the back of this one is trying to play in through the smoke.
Cloud with one, the spray transfer is perfect. Orbital strike deployed, Grabinho tries to get out.
Very passive wall every time.
As the regrow's quick to support.
Does this wall do anything?
It's not exactly like it does much in terms of damage. More for control, Na'Vi down to 3 and the spike left. On long, decisions to be made. Do they want to go through the TP? They might shift back round towards B. There are choices to be made.
But one of the choices of TPing backwards towards A is they don't have any control. Look at how small of a space that Na'Vi have control over. One of them in towards Hooker, which Cloud wants to further fight.
Giant X do love a re-clear.
Just in the nick of time in regards
They
to
do love a
Hooker.
re-clear.
Gets out to safety. But still, a 1-for-1 is something that GX are going to be happy with.
They're not going to expect Cloud to be so close because they heard the shots inside, didn't see who it was. I was going to say, would assume that it was Cloud that fell back. Instead, Rooksik hits the spam around the edge of the smoke.
20 seconds. Spike is leaving. It's going towards A. The TP.
Wow.
Oh,
Grabinho
just in the nick
punishes.
of time.
And now it's a foot race towards the A side. 12 seconds left on the clock. It's not just on the round, but it's also Grabinho that's looking to deny. Here's the spike go. Hits one of the shots. Forced off just in time. Grabinho would have won it no matter what, whether it was by time expiring or by the frag. He'll keep his gun, and GX move up to.
This isn't going to be able to trade what's asked for the front. Not either way. It's Na'Vi down on towards an eco. Ara elevated up, outlaw in hand. Couple of players waiting around the corner.
Oh, so unsuspecting. Filu walks right into the guillotine.
Wrong buddy out.
Sends the boombot in as well. Collects a second.
Wow.
Quick to it. No messing about. Westside even collecting information in a safe manner. Tried to even stick around for the frag. Will deploy the wall to delay GX even further, but the damage has already been done. Down to 3 as the remaining players from Na'Vi will chase through hookah. All sorts of spam.
Really fast wall.
No messing about.
Already. It's 1 minute. I mean, he shouldn't be walling.
Westside even collecting information in a safe manner.
Nah, it's a terrible wall. Westside shouldn't be walling this. If you know people are in front of you, like the rule is, if people are in front of you, you don't use a Sage wall and you don't use info util, right? Like Sage wall is kind of a piece of info util. Like it's a thing I see with raise players a lot. It's like they'll see people and then they'll just raise boombot. It's like, well, great, you've just raised boombot at people that you know are there. Like, well done. So yeah, Westside's kind of, I think, walled too early. Like ideally in this situation, like because he's not heard nothing long B, he would just wall long B, probably. If he's hearing people on both sides, usually the rule would then be that you use the wall for yourself somewhere on the site. But this site isn't the best for using a wall for yourself, so he might have to end up just using one like kind of passive and crap, even though like it might get broken.
Remaining players from Na'Vi will chase through hookah. All sorts of spam going through around the edge of the wall. Shao just wants blood. Unfortunately, he'll fall as Cloud finds a second through the smoke. And with 40 seconds left, Hero...
It's a bit useless to delay the exec. Because you don't know there's an exec happening. And it's like a bit of a waste. It's just not that good. Like, if you really know an exec's happening and you've got no other choice, then sure. But I don't think he was in that kind of situation.
You don't know if he able to nav on one side. How Aura has the outlaw in hand. So a couple of players are going to be weak to the outlaw, but it's aggression already out of both A short and out of Hookah. Aura takes down Stab, but takes himself out in the mix, so at least makes it doable for Na'Vi. It's a 2v2, but Westside at least knows of one. Benefit is they don't know that the spike is down. Nobody was carrying it, so it's in no man's land. Rubinho again running in towards spawn, but this time Na'Vi were ready.
Offers up the freebie. Moves around, Sage to B. Westside. Required to clutch. A 1v2 to win out. Has the slow wall, but I think the silent approach is more favourable. Moving in. Got to take a peek at the right time here.
Down it.
Fact.
It's double absolutely manic. You have...
I've got a timeout. No, so GX...
Giant X love those fast push rounds.
You know, let's treat this round as if they're going to play passive or do something different. Let's throw it in their face a bit.
I do like Flickless playing the Viper. I feel like it'd be interesting to see how their game develops here. I'm a bit concerned about the amount of breach play. Can they develop into a team that plays more Viper, basically? Like, are they able to veer away from Double Initiator and create a new style? Their style right now is very Double Initiator heavy, in which their defense is very defined by Flickless setting up Aura, and Aura, when he doesn't have an operator, and doing like set plays and reclears and stuff. And then when Aura's got an operator, they just play a bit more normal, and Aura just goes for deep positions. But if they're able to add like some new stuff with like some Viper, it'd be kind of cool.
situation. It's just Na'Vi able
How
to
high or low are you on Gen X? I think it's going to be. I think that if you don't make any changes after a year, it can get a bit stale. And so like they're in a weird position where like they couldn't really justify making any changes to their team because they did quite well at the end of the year. And they made a change mid-season. But like that's the kind of staticness that they need to kind of avoid, is like getting too comfortable coming into this year, you know. So yeah, so that's the only worry. I think the other thing is like they have a pretty defined playstyle, like I'm saying about like the double in the show. It's just a question whether that repetition makes sense or not. I don't know. Why you dropped Dome and Magnum, right? No. The Magnum was because Alpha Year existed. Doma was more, he was being a bit annoying. Yeah. I'd rather as well, Doma maybe, like, yeah, maybe Doma more so probably, like this idea of refreshing a little bit, but, yeah.
the initial 1v1s. Filu up and above. No support from teammates because of the wall. Separates him and the rest of the Na'Vi squad and separates him from life.
Doesn't keep in the same team, you only do network ahead of the next season. What does network mean? You don't have the adaptation time? You would think so, but not really. Like there's a freshness and motivation that happens when you have a new team. That makes it kind of spark a little bit easier. I don't know. Most of Valorant is just, are you vibing or not, and are you in form? And being in form, it's a lot easier to be in form when you're fresh and new and excited.
A step closer to that orbital strike once again.
But look, they're teeing up to TP. Look who's over towards A. Ara's on this deep line. Got a lot of information in regards to nobody's realistically scaling up. TP would be the main bit of information, or at least warning signs.
It's nice by Hero.
But GX, yeah, but
So they insert Hero, the Sky Flash just makes it feel like they're B still, but they're not. So what's gonna happen is they get to go up short, and then he gets to take the TP. He could also stay longer, and then they could take TP this way, and they could go B. But it's like it was common against Sky teams back in the day to do this kind of thing, where you leave someone, get the Sky Flash out of them.
Trying to do something. Seeker's used. Hero gonna get through. You've still got to remember that operator is still out on long, but the Seeker is chasing. So now it's just brute force. Rooksix stands in it for a second. Takes a bit of damage. It's actually
Ara.
Ara was given a second chance at
Rooksix is a Terminator, man.
20 seconds left. They've got to get a move on here.
Look at him. Look at this man. None of these teams play any Yoru whatsoever. It's kind of wild. It's because both Levin and Ara don't play Yoru. So like they're not gonna force them into Yoru. It's a bit annoying, but it is what it is.
Able to destroy any chance that GX having an advantage, but the information compromised. Gecko flash goes high, but
Ara not playing Yoru is a problem if they did want to invent an identity around Viper more, because they just don't. They lack the flash, right? So it's like Yoru would be the flash agent, and then you play Recon Smoke +1, like Senti. But without the existence of Yoru on the team, it's like, how do you get the flash in with the Viper? And it ends up being Sky a lot of the time, which I think is crap. And then apart from Split and Bind, like Split and Bind is okay. So you end up with like Gen G style comps where you end up playing with no flashes. Like Gen G was the Neon. But then even Neon kind of, I think, works better. Yeah. It's almost like Yoro allows Viper
you
to
could
exist on your
feel it
team
for
at some
Westside
level.
coming back in, has the ultimate available this time off the back of getting that initial kill. Brings a friend back to life. Only
Yeah, I
to be
still like
so
Raise Unbind.
departed, but he had the information to work with, so for him in towards that final gunfight, it's this something that GX.
I think I would just play Yoro Raise now though.
All of that.
Now back to 100s.
It's like it never happened.
Especially on towards the eco, it's not as if you're necessarily even losing the shields. But you will lose Westside.
Great shot from Felu. This outlaw, for both sides, it's found great impact. Opening kill in a very needed round for Na'Vi. Let's not forget this ties the score up and levels things out after 8.
Yoro Ara Raise.
I got the spike.
This would be a best opportunity
What?
for Na'Vi to do so.
Flickless Yoro? I don't think Flickless is a Yoro player.
Clearly any investment to bolster up this round. No, there's a sneaky little play. Have a go.
Okay. Oh, they're gonna win?
Execute.
You like to make.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just Ansiko going along. It's alright. Boring round.
Again, important on towards Tucker. So have an impact, even if it's not necessarily the multi kills we've come to know him for.
Missed shot from Ara. Has to move in.
Playing here against Razor is kind of mental. Like, especially if you have a Viper Orb or Smoke here, you should just try and get in the smoke and cause chaos.
Quick to trade. Still trying to hold on to backside presence here. Wingman's going to set the spike down, give Shell the weapon to work with rather than having to play for objective Westside.
Oh, classic. Old school Sage Wall. Summon FC Viper Wall. Kinda.
GX up to 5 and a hat trick of frags come from the Sage.
How did they recover that so well?
Shot from Ara has to move in.
They all just agreed to face. Viper spit's quite nice.
Still trying to hold on to backside presence here. Wingman's going to set the spike down, give Shell the weapon to work with rather than having to play for objective Westside. Wall over the top,
Bremo,
give him a
okay.
chance. Sociable falls.
And then this Viper Wall baits them into not taking lamps. I think this going showers fucked them here a little bit. Because they don't have, they just don't have any control on post plan.
The weapon to work with rather than have to play for objective Westside. Wall over the top is going to give him a chance. Sociable falls, and so does Hero. All on
I think as a team that kept a core of players, you would like to see a change in identity. I'd like to see Alpha play Chamber a lot more. I think he's going to be playing Judas a lot. I would love to see him playing Chamber more.
But when he's on the site itself, you're a bit of a hard stopping force. Triple kill, like you said, but also being able to protect Grabinho in towards that.
I think Ethan remains the KO player.
For himself and one away from getting the ultimate back online.
Heretics, I wouldn't mind seeing them play some like Wook Chamber, but then Benji has to
3-4 rounds ago.
I don't know. How high or low do you rate Waylay and Pro Play? I think Waylay's the kind of agent you play when you can't play. When either you can't play Yoru, or you really want to play like Double Dive. So like it's good. It's definitely good, but it's not like must have. Hey, Josh Dino.
So good cycling
I'm good.
the ultimates, at least from.
And she has to play more Viper. Wouldn't be a bad thing.
This one, you're looking at the issues that could be caused by Hero's ultimate. Should Na'Vi get on towards side, get into the post plan? Something else that GX will have to contend with. A little bit of a difference in setup from Na'Vi though.
Hey Cloud, how you doing? Just remember that one time GX finally put Cloud on Euro. Maybe they should do that again. Yeah, playing I think Euro IGLing might be the hardest. I think it's the hardest agent in the game to IGL from. Right? Like I always complain that I think KO is quite common as IGL, right? like it used to be fairly common, and I think this is really bad because it's like kind of micro intensive. Like you need to be good at shooting with KO. You need to be ready to pop flash for yourself and like be very quick to make decisions on holds. And you have to be very good at like second entrying on attack and stuff and like getting in. Like second entrying on attack is like you need sick aim because like you need to be able to clean up what the duelist has done for you. And then like Yoru's like this, but even harder because you've got like imagine watching Eggster play and trying to do any of the things he's trying to do as an IGL. It would be so difficult. It'd be so difficult. Because I think the skill ceiling of Yoru still hasn't been reached yet. Like I still think Yoru has more in the tank. Like if you watch Jogamo at the recent champs, like he had like clone usage and TP usage that was still innovative. Like the clone usage especially was really innovative. Like he had a lot of setups where like he had a clone placed pre-round and like it helped with the setup, you know, which was kind of cool. And then on the maps like Abyss, like I mean it's becoming more commonplace now. But I think Jogamo was the one. Well, I wouldn't even credit Jogamo really. It's probably the coaching staff, but the one who was doing the stuff where like you peek corners and then TP away. Like you peek this corner, you TP away. Something does it quite a lot too now. But yeah, like there's still a lot I think for Yoru still. There's a lot of skill gap still. So doing all of that whilst also trying to focus on your aim is already hard enough for Yoru players, let alone having to think about fucking cooling. It's like so difficult.
Wanting to explore earlier on in towards hookup.
For West Side.
Diffix will have to contend with.
Oh. Okay. So this is one thing, like, when you play Sage, you have to look out for is, like, I think this kind of default that Navi are doing works quite well against Sage. Like, the Sage can't just put the wall somewhere without it being destroyed. And then, kind of luckily for Navi, they're also defaulting into the Sage, which means that, like, Flickless doesn't really have an option for his wall. He can't really put the wall down. So it's kind of like accidentally a good default for Navi, but at the same time, probably this kind of default they know is quite good against the Sage.
A little bit of a difference in setup from Navi though.
Like the long story short against the Sage is you're looking for the Sage wall right early. Like in the first 30 seconds or so, you're like, let's try and break the Sage wall wherever it is, try and figure out where she is. And then you can like finish the round, right?
Wanting to explore earlier on in towards hookup.
Like he has to do a weird gimmick wall. But again, honestly, it's not a bad idea. Like he had to do something. Again, I wouldn't have minded it to be just long because he doesn't know that there's this player here. Like it could have worked it long. But yeah, this idea was not bad either. Like trying to use it like a gimmick. The only thing is I think Navi are kind of smart enough to know that if you put a wall here, you could see over the top of it, you know. It's still time and delay, and it's like the kind like Sage is the kind of agent where like I feel like you can automatically win some games against teams that don't know how to play against it. Especially on your defense side. I feel like Sage on your defense, like if the other team doesn't really kind of think about the Sage, you can win some games. So at the very minimum, it forces your opponent, even if they're good, to actually kind of go into some kind of game plan, I feel like.
Maybe could just get away with it, only the bottom half showing. Ara on the angle. It's going to be a duel between the
Ara's very good, yo. I think Ara's the best up player in EMEA right now.
Now that look to pivot towards the B side of the map once more. They have presence in hookah this time. There is no flanking entity that GX have to try and catch Na'Vi by surprise. It's going to have to be brute force. Rotates are covering. The cavalry is
I wonder what the stat is for. I wonder what the stat is for Giant X's win rate on defense when they have up versus not up. I think that it will be high either way because they are good on defense. But I think when Aura has up, it's like probably
just
ludicrously high.
no ultimates invested either to force their way through and break the barrier in towards that B site. Instead, so out of the smoke with the flash and, well, Flash caught a couple of his own teammates in towards that one.
I like this too.
GX.
So a little bit of like, they're gonna do probably like a sky flash. If they hear any noise here, they'll sky flash and peek. But at the same time, if they don't think, if like Na'Vi don't think, like raise up still exists. So like, you know, when usually when you hear a push somewhere on attack, you're like, oh shit, they're pushing here. Like you start to try and scale up other parts of the map, but you can't do that right now because fucking Labubu's got his op out
Up onto
and can
6,
catch you, you know.
Na'Vi again back onto a dodgy buy. Trinex also have the operator out.
Kind of cool tech. They throw it into the corner. If anyone was here, they turn the flash, but they don't pop it.
Even on towards this eco.
Mm.
Cloud exploring.
Oh, Shao.
Super aggressive. Yes, players do slip the net. Ruxic falls back just.
Cheeky boy.
This might be the wrong information though. For the side of GX, you think, oh, hook is clear.
Like the formation's really nice. So the cloud gets down. They got the two people looking here. There's no way now we can go here. The only gap right now is short, and you know, Grabinio's got an angle. I imagine if like he's got the perfect position because if this Viper wall goes up, there's a question mark lamps, and he can still look at lamps this way. And so he's not really, the lurk doesn't really bother him. And then at the same time, if they come up short, he could smoke here and spam. Like he could be very protected. Like the Rays can come back and support him, and they can just play around the smoke. The only thing is Na'Vi have ults. And so like Na'Vi can just send it hard with the ults. And if they lose this, they're going to get a Viper ult in their face. So they have to be careful about that. But ultimately, Cloud should just win them around, probably.
You're right.
Yeah.
Spike drops. A disheartening frag to find for the Na'Vi side. Ruxic moving in. They already knew that the Brimstone was already out of long. Problems occur as Na'Vi carved down to just 3. Hero to put up the wall, try and close the gap between himself and these defenders. But it is a disadvantage in numbers. They pick one at that.
And you can see they're more than happy to.
It's over. What is this angle Westside has? Crouch, yeah.
Maybe not necessarily ready for the numbers. That could be a way in.
Oh. It's actually a really good slow warp accidentally. That's probably the best slow warp he could have done.
And Hero baited into this crossfire. Sociable still fighting 1, in fact 2. Trying to make it 3, but
I should turn my lights on, but I quite like the vibe right now.
In their favor, in orbs, the mollies, there was often a situation, but look at coming from
4 ultimates for the final round, and as you can see already one of them being used. Thrash used for the fun.
One ahead, one behind.
Na'Vi of Sage.
That's quite a nice use. Sage will kind of is a counter to the Gecko.
One of them being used. Thrash used.
It's a cool interaction.
Strike, I think that is the stage where
Oh.
dead. In fact, no West side escapes.
Mo, guys, we should be TPing.
They have to punish him.
We got a Razor and a Viper. We should just be TPing.
To hit the shot here. You're right.
If Westside dies here without a TP support, I'd be so pissed off if I was Westside. Okay, there we go.
And it's an iron wall provided. Showstopper as Hara moves through the TP. They do everything to fight for the Sage to stay alive, and that's why, because when the numbers stay level, Westside to bring them back in.
The only thing is now they don't have Razor to clear out the Viper ult. Viper ult, you can see.
But there are still numbers in Hookah for GX to help out.
Thing is, this is where the main retake for Giant X is going to be from. It's basically an attacking round now. You only have one player coming in from that spawn position. But at the same time, Na'Vi don't necessarily have the information. They know there's 2 coming from flank, at least.
Flash goes in. Don't know about
that flash is 2 already.
Hero gone. Sociable, sorry, with a second as West.
Honestly, I think Westside just jumps over the top of the short. It's probably the best idea.
The trade, it's a 2-on-2. All Going pear-shaped for GX in the post-plant. Molly on top of
Okay.
this fight. There's such limited time. I don't think there's gonna
I
be
think
enough
honestly,
damage. They just have to
whoever
hold on,
died
they have to
here,
stop this
that was the
from
round really.
extend
The
mark,
the
but
kill
enough
here was the round.
alongside the Brimstone. It's 7-5 at the
But it's
half.
kind of hard to be that disciplined, really,
Side makes
to
one
like
that they
stay
can use
CT
now.
there.
But at the end of the half, and in towards this tournament, single bracket.
So heavy short. I imagine with this setup, you're gonna see them flank, and you can see like they're set up in CT fucking spawn. It's weird they're set up in CT against a Sage wall. I'd like to see them ready to at least put some pressure on the Sage wall.
It's brutal. We could be saying goodbye to one of these teams today.
Oh, the dog goes through backside though.
GX looking to do it in
Yeah, they're playing as if they're not playing against a Sage. Like they're putting the brim smoke down to spam through and shit, but like there's
style. Wall goes up.
a Sage wall
Providing
here.
coverage for the spike to be tapped, just hoping that they can force a reaction out of the
It's nice, nice backside control through it. How's this happened then?
GX looking to do it in style. Wall goes
It's
up.
very okay. This is kind of cool. So Giant X make it seem like they're just using the Sage wall to plant spike, but they've left a gap in the Sage wall, and then they're going through to. They've got backside. They got lamps control with the dog, and now they're gonna flash through to fight for backside.
Providing coverage
So
for
fake
the spike to
plant,
be tapped, just
the
hoping
gap in
that
the Sage wall, flash,
they can
go.
force a
It's kind of
reaction
cool.
out of the Na'Vi side. Instead, there's a gap in this wall. They just go through. Cloud wants to fight.
Very, very deliberate strat.
GX, in fact, take a very advanced bit of information for this post plant. Look at how deep some of these players lie.
Yeah, and even pushing the issue.
Double flank coming in as well. Let's
Hey, honey.
There are numbers stacked everywhere. Flickless has to hit these shots. Down low, but not out of the fight. Cloud here to support. Flash goes high, but both kills. In fact, Filu and Shell find two back, so it's a 3-on-3. The spike is tapped. They have to make a move towards it. Shell's found another. Cloud with a quick trade. It's all back and forth right now. And in the hands of Cloud, has to do more, has to step up. But looks it all denied. And while it goes down to 5v5, Na'Vi walk away with the defusal and 2.
Yeah, massive coming in from Shawan towards that flank.
So it's a 3-on-3. Hots down low, but not out of the fight. Cloud here to support. Flash goes high, but both kills. In fact, Filu and Shell find two.
It's just awkward. There's fights on every extremity. Oh god, that shot.
Cloud with a quick trade. It's all back and forth right now, and in the hands of Cloud, has to do more.
Out in towards this one. Shotgun on towards Ara. Looking for a
So confused when it's a Navi Philo. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of like the problem for me this year with doing broke like analyst task is like I've almost like I'm gonna get confused between I'm gonna need to like relook at the team list and players because it's like some teams I've remembered everything, and at this point like I've forgotten that like players like to me like it's not new anymore, if that makes sense. Like, oh yeah, of course it's like Vitality, and they've always been with Chronicle, and like now like, but then there's some teams I'm like I've completely forgotten what they've changed from to what they are now, if you know what I mean. Like I need to make sure I got my homework done.
Interlamp's looking for control, at least some map possession.
Different walls for the one in the previous. This one is to get the spike down, not just to elevate west side. Sociable already spotted out.
Thank you, Bob Dylan Real.
So Cribinho going to be tasked
Thank you, Bob Dylan Real.
with holding that
The real
position.
Bob Dylan.
Gives a bit of space towards side.
Mini Ardis. Why have you put Ardis? Name 5 players from Gentlemates. That's good. That's good. Martine, Glyph, Mini, Starzo, and then there's another player who can play Duelist. Bippo. Look at me. You think I don't do my homework?
Find the kill and
That's right,
cancel
right?
double with the
That's
enemy.
right.
Looks like the second, they're down to 3. All sorts of util being logged in. It's the second time Paint Shells have found a kill on this defense. Filu having great fun. Lineups being used here as the defuse is already going on. Just trying to stop it
Didn't
from
even land.
happening.
We don't kind of. You looked at chat. I didn't get any help from chat. Someone said Italy after I said Bippo.
It fully missed, so
Well, not fully. There's a solid 20%.
that's 80% too little, ideally, to stop a spike from being
mean,
defused.
He was also against.
Eco. We'll see how their attack. We'll see how their attack gets on.
Focusing towards A short. Instant trailblazer to notify of the position in towards lamps. But the thing is, you're looking at Sociable yet again, super deep down long, isolated shore with support of a smoke.
Gonna flash through. Flickless forced away.
But he doesn't push.
It's good discipline. Wants nothing to do with that possession on long. Doesn't want to go flanking again. I think GX knows.
That's kind of cool. Like, if that flash didn't hit, I wonder if Sociable just pushes. Kind of cool.
So turn their paces towards A.
But they're also able to cycle this smoke again over towards long, so that's further pressure on towards the GX side, even though they don't necessarily know it. But the side of Na'Vi, grouping up 3 towards long, pushing out, they're going to have so much information. You talk about the double flank, that's going to be coming through now, while they're also making their way out of A. They have to get these kills on towards A, get them...
Okay, so I wonder how... So, Na'Vi, they got 1 here, 1 here. Only 2 on A. They could be threatened here and threatened here. And they're spending all the time, like, they're breaking the wall. I like the fact they're breaking wall, but they don't really have any space to justify it, really. The only thing is that Giant X are using smokes here and here. So it implies that... Okay. Okay, so usually I would say that I don't like Giant X doing this smoke, Sage Wall, because it gives the defense all of this space to play with. But the counterpoint to that is, because they sometimes add in this fake Sage Wall to push for backside, it makes it less egregious. But I still think it feels a bit wrong, personally. But maybe I'm wrong.
You talk about the double flank, that's going to be coming through now. While they're also making their way out of A, they have to get these kills on.
I also wouldn't mind seeing Aura sometimes just get on this box. Look over.
Get themselves in towards a clean post plant.
I mean, ideally, like, fundamentally, they're playing for a Brim Molly post plant. So as long as they get the spike down, they're in a pretty decent position.
Reinforcements on the way.
But against a team that realizes they're doing this, they're going to play 1 person showers, 1 person here, and this wall is going to get murdered.
Not just the reinforcement, but one as well to support Grabini.
There's gonna be a massacre. They massacred my wall. That's my Marlon Brando impression, by the way.
Claims one back with the Guardian as Westside forced to watch from his teammates' perspectives. They still continue to move on in Na'Vi. Time is of the essence. The flash could go through.
La boo boo. Yeah, look at them. The cringe boys. Sage Wall, Plant, Brim Molly. Lovely. Ain't Aura jumping on the box risky? No. This box? No. This box here. It's really good angle.
Immediate pressure in towards B, but you have
Oh, nice TP crunch. That's why I hate Hooker, guys. Remember in ranked, I said I hate Hooker? This is what happens. When you fast B split, this is what happens. They massacred my B split. I think to go fast B split these days, you need probably Astra or a Sage Wall. Or to pray that the defense is newbie. I think otherwise to B split you have to kind of be methodical and slow and kind of like get hooker control, and then once you got hooker control you go back and you B split probably.
Westside gets one back, flash to go high, Flickless. In fact, all the kills start coming in for GX. It's a 2-on-4.
Nats
It's
orbing it.
evaporated out of
Yeah,
Norway's
like
far.
that's. I don't mind that on
I
a
mean, that is a
when you
huge
could
amount of
reposition the
advantage
orb, but
try
it's
and
kind
start to
of
get back into this
like
contest.
rough to
Instead,
have to do that.
GX
Yeah, just have a look at this replay. Sure, you have
Coaches are playing for crew. Okay, I changed my mind. Crew are definitely winning. Governor. Infiltrator. Let's go. Imagine that. Imagine EG. EG, man. They love it. Getting a free little win over a Dark Horse team. Oh, wait. It's not crew. It's not crew. It's crew isn't. I keep thinking it's fucking Kesnit's team. Who's crew playing in their first game? Oh, Furia. Furia crew. Imagine if Furia. I mean, it is a much better Furia. Imagine if Furia still lost. The amount of pressure on that first game. That might make or break their season. Losing to a crew with stand-ins could break the season. Could break it. Razer are delighted to welcome official chair sponsors Razer now. So some chair company just give me a chair. Sorry. Celsius would be going to the skirmish if we're trying to drop for it. I think it's tactically correct to send your worst player. I'm not saying Celsius is your worst player, but if I was coaching Fnatic, say, I would definitely send Boaster. Because imagine the moral decline of the other team. The morale drop, sorry, on the other team. Coming back and knowing you've lost to Boaster. And then Boaster gets to type in all chat. There's so much more to it than just a 1v1. Oh, you mean you're agreeing with me basically. Whoever is gonna miss what I saw. Oh, okay. Missing 30 minutes of warm up. Yeah, that's true. Although I feel like when we were at the studio, it was like we felt like we were there for hours anyway. Like, so I don't think it matters that much when we were doing stuff anyway. I don't know if it's tighter schedule nowadays, but I would definitely send Boaster, and then Boaster gets to do a little all chat. Like if he wins, a little all chat flame as soon as he gets in the game.
But it's this as you come out on site. It's a 2-on-4. Flickless managed to get one fully blind, but it's the turn from Westside to
Stabs her ass.
where all these players were able to get that.
I mean, skirmish mode is pretty ass anyway. I'm not gonna lie. The maps, from what I've seen of the maps, they look pretty ass. But I don't really know how it works either. Can you buy an op in that mode? If you could buy an op, then GG. Yeah, you could buy an op, yeah. I just feel like the maps could be slightly better in that mode. Like they don't feel like they don't feel like CS aim maps, you know. To me, but maybe I need to actually play some because I didn't really play much. What the fuck happened this round? Just anti-eco for Giant X, right?
Hit quite early on. Falls back into safety, make sure that he can get healed by the Sage and then moves back into hold off on these pushes towards A.
Hit both. So at least no sneaky business for the Na'Vi players.
I quite like this default as an anti-eco. 3-1-1. We get like coverage over like half the map, and then eventually like B seems like generally the place you end on an anti-eco. you can just smoke, do the sliggy smokes. Sliggy always talks about these smokes. You don't really want to tempt fate and hooker. So yeah. It might be a bit obvious though, like if you're sending 3. Ruxic is just so good, isn't he? And then he ults. He's a bit late with the ult though. That could have been sick.
And the satchel as well.
If he was... I think he could have placed the ult slightly differently, but...
To get out to safety, still takes a decent amount of damage, but it's still a play alive. 5v5. A lack of shields for GX, I think, coming into this one because of how many players have been
Dog long B, fast rotate.
It's still kind of squishy.
Would be nice to see him push through still, I think.
See if they can hit some of those shots again. It should be the final shot they'd have to hit.
So yeah, Sage Wall again with the weird smokes. This time you see the delay. Like, look how claustrophobic it looks now, and then he's dead. You see, like, look how comfortable Na'Vi look here. They have full showers control, and they're rotating across. They just have everything, you know. Like, they have everything. Like, in this situation, I think smoke, clear out some of this, get a bit of this control. Against an anti-eco, I think you need to. I think anti-eco, I would far less want to do this kind of style of Sage plant. You're basically not really getting value from the fact that you have better weapons than them, if that makes sense. Because they could just spam smokes with their shotgun still, get up close. GC player in EMIC with C9 Imi Pookie. There's no VLR page though. Did I make a fantasy team? Do I like, what is this VFL fantasy league thing? Is it worth, like, do I have to? Is it this? What's that? Do I have to every week change team and shit? Like, I don't even do it with my mates for football. Not that I would be any good at it, but like, I can't be asked. You'll do one right now. When I've done this kind of thing before, I just chose all the shortest players. I just can't be bothered. There's too much content. You have to lock in every week. I can't be bothered, man. When Valorant does their own one and I make money from it somehow, that's when I'll lock in. £500 entry, me use like the Weber, bro. £500. I'm not doing no fucking shot. I'm not artist. I'm not artist. I'm rich. I'm pretty rich, but I'm not £500 entrying.
As much as you have to commend Na'Vi of hitting their shots, dealing the
I'm rich, but I've got no lights and I got no heating.
on forcing ultimates, forcing Sage Reses out of the side of GX. You have to be scratching your head. And
I mean, I don't think I'm rich. I don't think I'm rich, but like in the grand scheme of things, right? Like compared to the average wage of my age, like I have a lot more money than, you know what I mean? I used to be a graphic designer making 20k a year. Like, compared to that, I'm rich. One sec. You're not rich in LA. That's true. That's
How
true.
did it come down to this? The fact that sure, wanting to buy time
Those
with
fucking
the
LA
right
prices.
but the
When I ordered shakshuka for breakfast one day and it came out to £40, I was like, yep.
have in the back pocket.
What,
There's
tomatoes and
the
eggs?
mollies as well.
40
What
quid.
snake bites have you utilised?
Are you taking the
And
piss?
then just allowing the spam to come through the smoke. Surely you fight forward.
They just don't do enough in the default and in the early rounds to try and bait out the util. They're so focused on trying to bring the numbers back from
Champs was funny because we had like usually Riot gives us money for like food and stuff for events. But for some reason in LA they have a cap on the amount you're allowed to give for expenses. And the cap was way lower than any other event we've ever been to, despite it being by far the most expensive. And it was kind of annoying. That's why we didn't do well at Champs 2023. That's the reason why. Leo was fucking starving.
I think they want revenge more than anything, and understandably so. A sour taste for this GX side. Want to bring it back. They do have.
I try not to leave the house anymore.
Rifles.
Shakshuka. It's just tomatoes and eggs. It's not. It's a Mediterranean dish. It's like it's one of those fairly bougie like brunch options, you know.
The defenders spike in no man's land. And information on the final two.
Sideshow got 65 quid a day and he bought 2 expensive burritos a day.
Find some damage.
We did not get 65 quid a day, I don't think.
Pretty good. Here's the heal off as well before trying to engage. You can understand so. 40 seconds left. They have to hunt for these headshots and Westside can't find a thing.
Okay. I've not paid attention this round, but who cares?
And they had to lose so much in terms
La
of
boo boo.
weaponry and
Stuff that they try ashes down towards long in certain players outside of showers. So there's a lot of stuff that they're trying to do. And now looking in towards this one.
I'm surprised they still, like, even after the amount of times that a player's got outlaw kills here, that they're not, like, immediately just sky flashing the angle or something.
Shorty, or Bucky, I should say. At least found its position in towards sight.
this
Oh,
Westside getting up
lovely.
top and will find the kill. Hero removed.
Thing is, this is a wall that there is a gap.
It's kind of funny that, like, this playbook of, like, Sage Wall here has, like, existed for, like, 6 years. Like,
So normally they play to
it's the kind of thing that's, like,
they'll fight through and they'll push
ancient
back
lore.
this time though, they don't necessarily have the ability
And
to
it's
do that.
definitely
They
not
can
great
pull
in this
down and
situation
bait out the utility,
against the Gecko and the fucking Rays.
which is the exact reason why they started to lose the couple of rounds before is so much delay utility from Na'Vi. At least that's the mosh gone. Now they just have
Where
to
the
worry
fuck is
about
Penny on this fantasy?
avoiding
He's down as
the
duelist.
shotgun.
To be fair,
Wait,
this is gonna force them
who's
a
the
little
ju-
further.
Oh,
To
I mean,
block.
Oxy's
No
a duelist, right?
ball. Never mind that. Shell's just
Oxy Penny,
shot me
double
up and
duelist.
shot Cloud up as well. Philo and Ruxic both with kills. All down to 2. GX dwindle in numbers once more. Grabini. They're just beating a good.
Go back
Yeah.
into it once back in perspective, but again, they're unable to get into these post plants recently.
Yeah, and it's not exactly.
It's another anti-eco.
Na'Vi don't know how to spam. We've learned.
No, it's not anti-eco.
Yeah, and it's
It's
not
just a belong
exactly
default.
Na'Vi don't know how to spam. We've learned quite quickly that util and the combination of everyone.
Sage Slow was nice to stop the push, but it was a default. I think that Ruxic kind of fucks this up a little bit. They know the Sage Slow's here. He can't really brim out until the end of the Sage Slow because they can't run out and kill people. So it's a little bit. I mean, I guess Social was the one calling for it, despite the fact that he's in a Sage Slow. He's mistimed that Sage Slow quite drastically, but it still worked out for Na'Vi. Nope, it didn't work out for Na'Vi.
That name said a lot. Preached for this GX side. The wall goes down. West side will bring
That's
up
all three.
Perez, and now they know. At least the indicator of some. In fact, all coming from
3
this
wild cards.
TP position.
What the fuck is a
Super
wild
number
card?
one, wrapping around on long, and you're right.
Is that like your sub or something?
Across. Now just a game of timings. And what did GX expect of them?
Flex players
But the
who
thing
also
is,
play
with the
duelists are considered
showers,
duelists and not
there's
screw up
still
the
a player
points.
left into the cooker.
You could, I reckon, there's a very easy. There must be a very easy way. Game sound is too low. Am I getting one person tier? Does it really matter? If it's role based for this meta, it'd be very interesting to see what players are put where and how quickly they change them. Because like, what is Alpha put down as? You know, what's Chronicle put down as? Like the role thing is really difficult to manage.
Utilizing the ultimate just to try and spot out any position.
Like I just spent a long time because I'm gonna do like a tier list of players near me and try and figure out by role, and I spent a long time trying to figure out how to categorize stuff. And like, yeah. How do you link your team? I mean, Alpha is a duelist, and he will be duelist, so it's good. Like if duelists are overinflated, then it makes sense because Alpha will be playing duelist.
I mean, the choice is either to go back, find safety in
Bro, I
Alpha.
just said the reason. I wasn't arguing with your reason. Ime lad. Wait, why have you got 100 people? I'm so confused. Why is there a team of 20 people? Why is Bane? Bane's in... What? What's going on? 2 per row and 3 wildcards. How have you... What's going on? Who's this Bane play for? Oh, for fuck's sake, it's global, isn't it? For some reason I was thinking it's Americas, and then I've just seen there's Kayak here and Crashy's here. Why am I thinking it's... Cryo's 11. That's a good pick. Because he's on Sentinel, and I wonder if he gets more... Or is that a flex? What does that symbol mean? Senti? Okay. Ah, he's 2 IGL'd Kayak. Imagine if Kayak week 1, who are they playing? TBD. Oh, it's free. It's free. This guy's thinking. This guy's thinking. It's the freest Fnatic double IGL. I can't play this game, man. I'm too nerdy. I don't like being shit at stuff, so I'll end up trying too much and then wasting all my time thinking about. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Multi-kill for both duelists in towards this one, except, and you're looking at this being such a pivotal round.
And then I'll start getting TeamSpeak to try and figure out how to give me fucking scripts and bots to find out who's the best and shit. All those nerds in with the football one will just use fucking all the stats and shit.
As you say, a swing round. Rook 6, speaking of swing rounds, taking the meaning literally. Runs into showers,
Heavy showers default.
2 for 1 in favor of GX. Sociable still in sight. Sam, one of these smokes, and I think GX know that this definitely is a play they could have seen before.
Sociable?
Not going to fire through and find damage. Sociable to Belu to Satchel. As you say, might come in pairs as well, unless Hero has something to say about it. Nice first frag. Seeker's used. In fact, doesn't shoot all the way. So Hero's forced back. Belu
nice smoke.
in the back of sight. Healthy angle.
A boo boo.
A nice frag from the operator. Satchel into the
the Satchel. Ah, it's over. Brim molly. Oh no, it's not over. Headbutt? Did the headbutt work? Lothar? Look. He's trying to do the jump in header.
Time is low. Grabinho knows he has to try and get on it as soon as possible. Has he won? Is there enough time?
Oh, I think it.
Oh my word, there is. Na'Vi have claimed 11.
Predict all C9's comps. You guys were playing a lot of Sky recently, weren't you? What? How do I do this? I go here. I'm hoping it's juicy. I'm hoping it's juicy. If you guys you're saying this, you're not playing a lot of Sky actually. You started with some Sky in the off season. Oxy Penny, double duelist. I mean, this makes sense. And then you go to Viper, Gen G comp. Penny's played Viper and Riz. Generally double duelist angle. Ooh, and then some Chamber and Sage. Who's playing Chamber here? Penny. It's difficult. It's difficult to guess what you're playing because you've explored like some of the main styles that are gonna be interesting. I think on the surface you'd think you just play double duelist a lot because that's what most teams are gonna play. But I like this idea here. The Chamber. I don't love Chamber on split though, but it's still decent. But yeah. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I have no idea. I don't. Oh shit. My screen's fucked. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not gonna be able to. Yeah. The main angles are gonna be double duelist or like duelist plus chamber, I guess.
Was done. I thought that was a GX round through and through. A 4 versus 2. Time dwindling. Utility on towards the spike. You always find towards sociable to region in towards back because going in out.
Must even Pete.
Timeout, guys. Timeout in Project Blender. Come on, boys.
So much went wrong for GX in the 4-on-2, and now look at the buy.
One Guardian. That's the best they have.
On Guardian. Fake hooker woke up short.
They'll have enough to fight in towards the next.
I don't know how like you remember earlier I talked about hooker and then like the TP crunch comes in. This kind of strat is kind of cool because like you could kind of catch the people trying to TP maybe. Or if you do bait out the TP, you could kind of send it up short.
They'll have the weapons, but it should have been Na'Vi on towards the eco.
There's a lot of fucking ults for Na'Vi. If I'm hero right now, I'd probably just ult. Just ult A side or something.
But for the side of Giant X, they haven't fully invested in this. So maybe try and bait out a
I mean, they really need to stop the plant because if Viper ult goes down, they're kind of. I mean, they got Raze ult to go in, but it's a bit risky. Letting low buy. Oh, hero ults front side, but it's late, and now they've got an ult. Like Na'Vi needs to use all 3 fucking ults to win the round, maybe against Eco.
Investing everything to try and get 12. Sociable finds the first. Cloud with a quick trade. Showstopper for Filu, but can't hit the shot. Now it's a 4-on-3. GX down in numbers.
Wingman. Little bro.
Needs to hit shots. West side removed. It's stuck to half. Time is of the essence. They have to stop it from now.
That's kind of like it's kind of fortunate for Na'Vi there. I think teams are still quite poor at like recognizing ult win conditions. Like the Viper ult going down there is a pretty fucking big deal. You think Vito has a place? I think that Vito is like I think I think most teams would be better off playing Chamber, personally. But I think some teams would make Vito work. There might be some maps where Veto is just kind of easy to play, and therefore like they just play Veto on that map. Like I think Abyss is becoming a map where people like Veto, from what I gather, and so it might get more play there maybe. But I think in general, like I'm surprised to not see more Chamber. I'm very interested by Sentinels this year, as in the role Sentinel, not the team Sentinels. Because all the traditional Sentinels are a little bit weaker, and then all the weird Sentinels are a bit stronger. Well, not stronger, but like comparatively, relatively speaking, stronger.
Now it's a game of who can find the kills. Both come back.
Pardon me.
And it's all in the hands of Filu.
They know where
on
he
the
is.
shot. And they'll run.
To get on here. And you look
Okay,
at
last
the
round.
fight,
I can't be bothered to watch OT, I'm not gonna lie to that, guys.
but one of the guns is the operator.
That looks like me in ranked again with the op. That's me in ranked. Bought the op. They've walked into me.
And the thing is, you look at the
I've not hit the shot.
This is Navi, sure, maybe another couple are close, but especially
I'm glad to see pro players also make me feel human.
right now, if they're able to utilize it in specific places, but the time they have to be wary of this. The utility is still there for Navi.
It's also one of those things where an ult pick isn't even that big a deal, because they would have just Sage resed anyway. Get that pick, it's just a Sage res. I know getting Sage res out is a plus, but like sometimes it's like kind of fine to not go for a pick, and then like it's gonna be hard to get a Sage res off in this kind of position. I think Phoenix is strong. I think Phoenix is decent. I think that like to me, like I said to Siggy the other day, it'd be really interesting if Yoru got nerfed in like 4 months time or 3 months time to see where the meta went. And I think Phoenix would probably be the next option in terms of like Judas role maybe. Yeah. In terms of second Judas, I think Phoenix and I think ISO will be underrated too. Like most teams are going to be running probably Neon, Raze, Waylay as their second Judas, I'd imagine.
40 seconds left on the clock. There's still so much delay, and it's a reposition from the Giant X players in towards Showers. Sociable spotted out. Sociable taken out. It's a second kill.
I think ISO's kind of been forgotten about.
30 seconds left. Time's of the essence. Rooksix dropped another.
The spike has to go down
from him. Orbital strike as you say at the ready, but it's not.
The observer's ready for the fucking orbital. They're getting ready with their fucking Christopher Nolan shots. And then they're like, what the fuck are we doing?
Maybe thought a bait, but GX, they also now have the Sage ult, which is going to prove pivotal.
But that's the thing. Where can he use it? Does he wrap
They got cock teased by a Brimot.
Ultimate utilize on towards the Viper. Here comes the orbital strike. Now.
Why did they ult there? It's so funny that they're playing really terrible positions against the Brimot. Like any ult here or here would just be a free kill. And we've gone for that one. And we're not even close to the... Like, we need to get up closer. I don't know. Maybe like we just Gecko flash something and then whoever breaks it, we just Brim ult them or something. I know it's a bit hindsighty, but it's a strange Brim ult.
Holding ground, spammed out, arrow removed from the frenzy of Hero, but Cloud has caught Hero. Seekers deployed, Gecko removed off the spike, and so is Rooksix. If you thought 24 rounds was enough, be prepared to see more unless Shout just got 2, but there's not enough time. We will go the distance plus.
What does that do? I don't know. I think if you knew someone was here and you were ready to kind of swing, like it's probably pretty good. But like, yeah, I don't really understand. The only other thing is like it lets them get up closer. And maybe they thought they were all playing like, I don't know. There's some weird comms happening. Something's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong. Okay, right, I'm gonna call it. I can't be bothered to watch the rest. I kind of get the idea. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow, probably to watch Gentlemates, is it playing? Yeah, mates. Mates versus Navi and Foot. Foot lost to fucking Team Liquid Academy, so we're gonna be. Oh, but they beat Eternal Fire, so it's like kind of funny because Eternal Fire ended up doing really well this tournament, right? Yeah, they came second. So we'll watch some Foot. We'll watch some mates, maybe. Maybe we'll do the rankings tomorrow. I don't know. The tier list rankings of players. It's Thursday today. I mean, I need to do it before I go next week, ideally. Yeah, I should get it done probably tomorrow or Saturday or something. Okay, anyway, I'm off. Right, is there anyone to raid? I do have a few viewers today. What is SK versus OVP? What's that? Who's Mohammed Light? I'm not reading Aspas. That's too scary. That's too scary. Oh, Giuliano's team? Okay. I mean, okay, I'll raid Mimi. It's becoming a bit of a one-sided raid fest, though. I'll be honest. Mimi Chilla. One sec, can't spell her name. Giuliano's team. Okay, right. Go watch Giuliano. Is she back? Who knows? Go find out by watching Mimi watch party. Catch you guys in a bit.